Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good night. Just gonna wait for a few people to come in and tweet this out. Hopefully, everyone's having a good evening. Got a really nice panel here tonight. So, hopefully, we get some people to join us. Okay, still don't see anyone in yet. We're just gonna wait a minute and then I'll bring all of my guests up. Okay, just sent the tweet. So, okay, yep, I see a few people in now. So I'm gonna bring up my first guest. My first guest, I've known this guy for probably close to a year now, if not longer. Um, Definitely like one of the coolest people I've ever met. We just have like so much in common. It's actually kind of creepy. Just like even like not including tech. So the first guy I'm gonna bring up is my boy Ike. How you doing, man? You look sleepy. Can you hear me?
Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay,
Now.
hold on. Give me a second.
All right, you good?
It's weird that it's not. It's like delayed on my end. But you can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Okay. Hold on. You can probably hear echo. Hold on.
Okay, I can't hear you now. I'm gonna put Ike backstage for a minute so he can get his headset squared away. So the next guest, I actually met him like through Twitter. I was just like scrolling YouTube just randomly, like one night, ended up coming across his videos, and then eventually he told me all of his videos were shot using an iPhone, and it's just really hard to believe. So I'm just gonna bring up my boy Nasim Speech. How you doing, man?
What's up, bro? Listen, one thing I must tell you, bro. Listen, try an iPhone. Listen, I'm trying to convince you. Every time we talk, I'm trying
Man,
to convince you. Listen, try it out for a little bit, man. I'll ship mine to you, bro.
bro, I'll okay, I always said I will try it again when Apple makes an actually like good valued iPhone. Like it has to be
Most
like a
definitely,
good
most definitely.
price to performance. So
All right.
maybe if they do like a SE4 or something, that's when I'll try it. So
Uh,
let me just bring Ike back up. You good, Ike?
All right, yeah, I should be good now. Y'all can hear me on that end,
Cool,
right?
cool, cool, cool,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
for some reason it wasn't coming through the headset. So when you was talking, I didn't hear anything. So I don't
Oh,
know. It
okay,
was
I
weird.
got you.
It was like going through the
Are
background.
those the Pro Max or the Sony
No,
XM?
no, no. My Pro Maxes is charging. These are my XM4s. I have
Okay, I
both.
got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
X and fours.
XM4s,
X and
yeah,
fours.
yeah.
Flexing, flexing. Okay,
Yeah, these is
so
the ones, man.
the next
Hell yeah.
creator that I'm going to bring up, he's actually a huge figure on Tech TikTok. Definitely one of the biggest channels in Tech TikTok. Um, very nice to have him on the stream as always. How you doing, Ramon?
I'm doing really good, man. Thanks for having me on again. I really love talking tech. Like that's what we do. Like at the end of the day, we're just people who love talking about tech, and this is like one of the best places to do it. So
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Okay, and the last person, this was the surprise guest. I I've been watching his video for like it seems like around 2 years now. He has a pretty nice sized channel now. Just really like one of the most relatable people in the tech YouTube space. Like he doesn't do all that fancy B roll. He literally just gets the tech and talks about it in a way so that everyone can understand it. And that's what I like about him. He's getting pretty big on TikTok now too. So the next guy I'm gonna bring up is Ian's Tech. How
Let's
you doing, man?
go.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
No problem, no problem. So you got the AirPods Max. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
man, we
we
got a
both
battle. We
we
got a
both got.
battle. So,
I think we have the
Oh,
same
hey.
color too.
oh, that's
Oh yeah, that's
crazy.
have the same color. We both have the same color too. That's crazy, yo.
And it just happened to have the
Oh
Sony on
man.
top and Apple on the bottom, just like how it sounds. But anyways,
Nah, man, I
anyways.
gotta admit the AirPods Maxes is better than the XM4s. Only reason I'm using my XM4 is because I'm on Windows, so I don't really like to use the AirPods Max with that. But AirPods Max is better, absolutely.
I got you. I got you. Okay, so we're just gonna be talking tech like always today, mainly about the S22 Ultra because all of
Oh
us have had
yes.
it for around a week now. I'm actually like really excited about that. It's basically gonna be like a mini, full 1 week review like via live stream. So I think that's gonna be cool. That's why I did it. I just wanted to make sure all of my guests tonight had the phone, and I really thought it was interesting, just seeing like so many different like opinions on Twitter. I know Ian was having like a battery issue. He wasn't like really feeling the battery. I can hit shutter lag. I can talk about shutter lag.
Yo, don't.
So I'm talking about shutter lag as well. Shutter lag is a thing. Shutter lag's a thing.
Bro.
Yep. Yeah.
And,
I got so
I
much heat
haven't-
for that.
My issue is like kind of like with weird like software things. Like today, I found out the launcher I'm using, I can't like do third party. I can't do gestures on it because apparently Android still hasn't fixed like the issue with most third party launchers. So that's like one.
That's actually more of a Samsung thing more than an Android thing, because on OnePlus launches are fine. It's just like Samsung, Xiaomi, Oppo, like some of these companies don't like it when you mix their gestures with third-party launches. It's just
it's just like really weird how that is. Have you had any like issues with the Ultra, Nessie?
Honestly, like this is a minor. You could say it's an issue, but I'm the type of guy who rocks my phone caseless a lot of times, and I get a lot of dust around, like dust particles around here.
It's a dust magnet.
I'm like, man, like I gotta keep, and even when I wipe my phone with my microfiber cloth, it adds more dust. So it's like a little nitpick, but yeah. But for the most part, it's been fine so far. I'm still testing it out because I have spent a lot of time with the S22 Plus, and I really like that phone. So, but this one right
now,
now,
prefer that over the Ultra, or how did you feel about that in a comparison?
Honestly, with the flat edge panel, with like just how good it felt in my hand, I really did like the S22 Plus, kind of a little bit more.
Okay, I got you. Just like in terms of size and everything.
And it's not even like that it's better, but it's just like a more, you have that personal feeling with the phone.
Yeah, it's just your personal preference.
Yeah, it's like a personal preference. Like I like this. I'm like edging toward this more. Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so we all have the Ultra. I'm curious to see like what cases you guys have, if you have cases. So if you have a case, put it on your phone. I just want to see it.
both of mine are still arriving. They're still coming in.
Okay. So
Man, I have.
Is that case?
That's the case born. That's Carl right there. Yeah, that's Carl right there.
I got
It's the iridescent one. I just thought it looked
Yeah,
so.
it does with the white. That's clean.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at too, Ian. Like I'm just kind of going through everything, man, trying to get a feel for everything. But I'm rocking the thin fit right now. That's what I'm trying out right now.
How do you guys feel about the P-shaped cutout? Because I'm not really a fan of like most cases with the P-shaped cutout.
I'm not a fan of it either. I wish it was like an actual.
None on the speaking thin fit. Yeah.
I guess Spigen just
the Spigen one is the best.
I think the issue is a lot of companies like did it like started it like way too early.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think the issue was, because like the first renders, it was literally that P shape, like housing the cameras or whatever.
Is Spigen the only one that's done? Is Spigen the only one that's done actually around the camera like that? Because I think that's
the craziest thing is too is like I know for a fact that case manufacturers must have had these CADs like really early, because like even Poco was ready right off the gate, and they're usually like kind of late. And it's like they're normally a little bit after the fact, like a couple of weeks or so they'll drop. But I'm still waiting on Kadabi, man. Kadabi, the sheath, I'm waiting on that to drop. When that drops, that's probably gonna be my daily case, probably.
I got you. So what's good, BG? I hope you're doing well. And Ace is in the building.
Ace, what's up?
So are you rocking a case from all or no?
I'm waiting for like I think I got a free leather case with my Samsung pre-order. But basically the thing in Australia is the phone was meant to arrive this Friday, but there was like a whole thing and this arrives like a week and a half early, which is great for me, but all of my accessories are still coming in. So I've got the leather case. I've got a case from Pitaka, the Mag Easy case coming in. I'm really excited for the Mag Easy case because I love Pitaka's cases. And I love the MagSafe integration because like right now I'm charging this with a USB-C cable at my bed, but like I've literally got like a MagSafe thing at my bedside. So I just want to use MagSafe on this.
The only thing that I like kind of was throwing me off with the Pitaka, like I love the case. I love the fact that it has MagSafe. It's just that the material on the sides, it doesn't come up as far as you would think a case would. It's really weird. Like so that's
for the iPhone one
thing.
Yeah, for the iPhone one, the material comes up to the side, like comes up like over with like a 0.5 millimeter lip, but not on the Samsung. I think because of the curved display, but it's a bit
it's like for me, like
because of the curved display. Because I had the exact same issue with the Pixel 6 Pro, like when I first got it, and I hadn't had like a phone with a curved screen in a while, and I'm just like, why are all the cases like like literally like on the side of the side
Mhm.
or under it and not over it.
And it's like the craziest thing to me is the later case that Lou's dropping from Unbox Therapy doesn't have that at all. The material is all the way, and I know like it's not gonna have necessarily a lip because it is a curved display, but it's like it's almost like they stopped making the case like halfway up the middle. So like I have the white and silver, you can see actual silver from my phone. So it's like it's not even fully covering the side of my phone almost.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like I would have to get it in and show you, but it's like I said, it might not bother you at all. It bothered me like crazy. I don't even rock it anymore.
That bothered me too. That bothered me too. And it's the only case that did that. It's the only case.
The only case that I have that does that. Yeah, I have the thin fit. It comes right over top of it a nice amount. I have the Rinky Fusion Clear, which is like a pretty slim case too. It comes over it as well. But get it and let us know, dog, because you might not, you might not care. So I'm interested to see how you feel about it.
Yeah, I have the Rinky Clear as well. Yeah, we both got packages from Rinky, I believe. I have the matte clear one. That thing feels so good. Like, I also bought the matte clear for the Pixel 6 Pro, and it did not like have the texture. So I feel like a lot of companies are like giving better cases to the Samsung, of course. Even like with selection, like Caseology, there are like cases that they like didn't even make for the
the Nano Pop, the one that you reviewed. They didn't make it for the Pixel 6 Pro. Yeah, and the Skyfall. I would have loved the Skyfall with those like grippy sides. I would have loved that for the Pixel 6 Pro, dog. Like seriously.
It's crazy. A lot of companies. It's just like funny how they work like that. But yeah, let me see. So I'm just gonna pull up an article. 1 second. Okay, so what do you guys know about Xiaomi? And I feel like Ramal will probably know a lot because it may be bigger than Australia than it is in the US, I feel like.
Honestly, no, it's not. We don't have Xiaomi phones here at all. It's just a shame because like they kill at their budget price points, but like obviously Western markets don't really benefit from that since no one would buy the more expensive ones here because like everyone just buys their phones on plans anyway, so it's not like a massive financial hit because everyone's here rocking like an iPhone 13 Pro Max or like expensive Samsungs, just because everyone buys them on contract.
Can I ask, are those all tabs up there?
They are tabs, but only because like my job requires them, and I just.
But Jesus, what the hell?
I thought that was his wallpaper.
So I thought your desktop was tripping out.
Bro, what's tabs?
I thought I had too many tabs.
Everything, so.
You just made me feel so good about myself because I thought I was bad with tabs.
Bro,
I have 3 tabs open max.
I have 2 tabs on right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny how like you're either like a tab person or a non-tab person. There's literally no in between at all.
I like windows more than tabs. Like I'll have a bunch of windows, but not a lot of tabs. Like I like everything separate.
Do y'all feel weird when like y'all have too many tabs open?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it's just like a weird.
I feel unorganized.
Facts.
That's how I feel like sometimes, but like just like with the nature of my job, it's like very like fast paced for the most part. So it's
how do you know which one is which? How do you know which one is which? Right there.
So I have like these clouds up here. Like I know what those are. Those are like
Salesforce. Yeah, we use Salesforce too.
That's what I like put everything in, and then everything behind it is like it's gonna like open for whatever company I'm working with.
Good. Great.
Yeah, it's a ton of tabs.
Wow.
But anyway,
Xiaomi. So MWC is going on right now. Anyone know what country that's in?
Barcelona, Spain.
Okay, so yeah, it's in Spain. So Xiaomi did announce 2 new devices: the Poco X4 Pro and then the Poco M4 Pro. It's kind of like weird how they like market devices. Their M series is usually their cheapest, and then it's the X, and then the F series is what used to be considered like the Xiaomi flagship killer. They had like the Poco F1. It was like $300. It had the latest Snapdragon in there and everything. So Poco. I'm saying Xiaomi because they're basically all the same thing.
It's basically the same.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
So Poco is doing a great job with just like budget devices in general. I believe like the X4 Pro has like a Snapdragon 695 and then a 108 megapixel camera, and all of that for like around $250, which is pretty much like unheard of in the US for the most part.
Did you check out Mr. Who's the Boss video on it?
I watched like 70.
Yeah, I got to watch it. It was pretty good.
There was one part in his video that didn't make sense though. It was the software number part. Hasn't Xiaomi always done like that for the
They've always
numbers?
been one ahead. Yeah, I said the same thing. They've always been one ahead. Yeah, I still have my Mi 11. I haven't pulled it out and played with it in a while, but I still have my Mi 11. I enjoy MIUI. Yeah. The things that I had an issue with, it seemed like they took care of with 13. Like they had really bad shutter lag as well, but they had really bad shutter lag too. And with 13 on the 12 Pro, it's I think he's over in India. B-Bomb, he's like one of the bigger channels over in India. He covered it, and he was like, when he was firing off pictures, I've never seen a smartphone camera able to like repeatedly take shots that fast. It was just like it was ridiculous. I was like, well, Samsung, take notes. I would love that. You know what I'm saying? But
I haven't been able to take a clear picture of my dog yet with my S22 Ultra. It's stupid.
I was gonna say I'm
gonna give Ike his rant space because I know he knows.
Oh my god! No, I mean, to be honest, I let out most of it already at Patar's Twitter space last night, so I'm good. I'm good. But no, we'll definitely talk about it though, man. We'll definitely talk about it.
So let me just touch some of these comments. The Ish in the building. How you doing, man?
He just got that Sony.
My mic is low. Can you guys hear me now? Is that better?
You sounded pretty good to me on this end.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Making fun of my tabs. I figured that would happen. You know what it is? I go by icons. That's what I go by. I just need to know where Salesforce is for the most part. I got so many tabs now. What's up, String? Phone Tech at Work. How you doing, man? Also a guy I've been following for a while.
Monstrous computer.
Monstrous computer does Galen have? The M1 MacBook Air? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. What's good? Jason C, how you doing? Mr. Mobile Opinions himself. I guess we're just gonna hop into the Ultra. Nothing else is really like going nothing really is going on in the tech news space right now, so we're just.
I mean, there's an Apple event next week, but no one cares. So
is it actually coming? Like, is it? It's actually.
They haven't announced it though. They haven't announced it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They haven't announced it yet.
Ooh, John Pross is about to get lit up.
Bro, him and Gurman, because Gurman said the same thing. Gurman was talking about us supposed to be talked about today or whatever. So
yeah. What's up, Hawks TV? So,
all part of being a leaker, man. Sometimes you get things wrong. It's all good.
Unless you're Ross Young, where you get everything.
Facts.
The stereotypical review. We're just gonna talk about like build quality, camera, screen, all that. So, in terms of build quality, how do you guys like feel about the phone? Do you think like this is peak Samsung, or
amazing?
Do you think this is something they should have did something else? What are your guys' opinion on that? Okay,
really good quality
with the fancy.
He had the. I knew he was waiting. I knew he was waiting. He was waiting for the good time to bust it out.
He had to do it.
Perfect timing, bro. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Dude, I spent 3 hours setting this up. I'm gonna use it.
Nah, it's good, dude. It's good.
Listen, bro. I need you to use it at least 6 times. At least 6 times. At least.
So, what color did everyone get first of all?
You got the Phantom Phantom White. Is that what it's called?
I went with white.
Got white.
Yeah.
Black.
Green. Okay, black for Nassim. And I feel like all the textures are the same this year because sometimes companies
the matte
will like vary by texture, like with different colors. Didn't Samsung, the last one was like, I think the white one was glass and then everything else was matte. Am I right?
It wasn't even white. It was more like a silver, wasn't it? Last year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Let me get to this comment. Ike's super duper display is legit.
Yeah, me and MPT was talking about it's so I guess it's kind of like derails it for just a second. Oh, my bad. Oh, it's Ramal.
That's
no,
me.
You're good.
Sorry.
No, me and MPT was talking about the Tab S8 Ultra. Like, we don't want to side rail too much because we're talking about S22 Ultra, but it's an app. So pretty much it's Sidecar, but for phone, tablet, all that stuff, and pretty much for Windows PCs. But I've been using that with my Tab S8 Ultra. Like right now, I'm technically live streaming from the Tab S8 Ultra. Like I have my camera, my mic all plugged into the desktop back here. And then I literally just pulled my Tab S8 Ultra off my tablet stand and put the keyboard cover on it. And I'm using the keyboard covers, trackpad, and mouse. And
Wait, really?
I have my tabs. Yeah,
Oh
That's
wow.
wild.
absolutely. Yeah,
That is wild.
It's literally next.
Here, I'll try to see if I can hold this up. I don't have it plugged in; it's wireless, so I can probably see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me make you.
How? I mean, like, is it pretty
Dude,
fluid?
that's
Like,
insane.
That's crazy.
Oh,
is
it's
insane.
literally, it's no lag, like zero. Like here, let me try to see if I can do this without making too much of a mess. But
I can't get
So-
over how
Phone
big that
silent,
thing is. That
like
thing
you
is
can
so
see me
big.
moving just popped off the book cover. But yeah, like I'm knocking stuff over. There's absolutely no lag, no latency. It's wireless, which I remember talking to Galen about Sidecar. Like I had so many issues with wireless Sidecar. Like I couldn't get it to reliably stay connected. And since I've been using this, I've had zero issues, man. Like literally it's, and I've literally like, I started playing, what was I playing? I think I was playing Elden Ring. On the desktop, I Alt Tab, moved it down to my Tab S8 Ultra, picked up my controller, and went in the bedroom and was playing from the Tab S8 Ultra. Yeah,
That's insane.
Wait, so the latency was that good? Like the
it's
like
that
the latency?
good.
How good is your
Like it's
internet?
game worthy. That's
I have, well, in my area, I'm in Florida. We have, what is the name? Spectrum, which is like used to be Bright House, but I have Spectrum. I would say if I run a speed test, I'd be download wise, maybe like just over 100. Like it's nothing crazy.
Really? And it's
Mhm.
that good?
Dude, I'm hitting
Wow.
Australian
Yeah, like right
internet.
now I'm 100% wireless. Like I'm 100% wireless from the desktop PC.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I
BG
did
said you need to pay me. I guess
Right.
so. Hey, I'll take it. But yeah, it's all about Super Display, the app. And I mean, you can run it on your Android phone. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to run it on this, but like
Right,
if you have
yeah.
if you have like maybe a fold or something where you can open it up to the tablet, maybe you could
So-
kind of do a little something there. But you could even use it on there.
Is
Ike, have you made a
compatible
video
with
on that
iOS?
yet?
Is that a iOS?
Nah, I haven't made a video on it or
You need to
anything
make a
like
video on
that.
Like,
Yeah. Like I said, I mean the app itself, Super Display, it's pretty steep at $10. But like if you use like Sidecar or something like that, regularly, it's 100% worth it. Because I had the 11-inch iPad Pro, the 2018 model, like when they first did the redesign, and I literally used to try to use Sidecar all the time, and the only time I could use it was like plugged in wired, and like I said, it didn't work for me wireless at all. And this is literally flawless. Like it's perfection. It's the easiest way to explain it.
So can you download that on iPad or no?
No, it's PC only. Yeah, Windows PC only.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I think that what MPT is saying here is the reason why there's no latency is because it's like all local on your network. It's not, you know what I mean? So yeah. So I love it, dude. I literally haven't put it down. You can set it up to where like soon as you like I sleep my desktop PC. So as soon as I wake up my desktop PC and unlock the Tab S8 Ultra, it immediately goes to Super Display and turns on.
Wow.
Like it's legit, dude. It's legit. I love it. It's steep at $10, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, I did like want to get Mike that time to talk about his tablet because I've never like he's like so like brand neutral. I've never
Yeah.
seen him this excited like over like the year and a half of knowing him.
Like,
I've
bro,
never seen him this excited.
who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody on Twitter after I
think it was
tweeted, and I
T.
was like, it was T about the whole productivity thing. And like, I get it for different use cases, different workflows, but it's like, bro, I've never been this productive on a tablet. Period. And I know some of this stuff you can do on iPad. I'm not going to be that guy, make it seem like, this does everything and the iPad does nothing. But when you just look at the versatility, like being able to, run it as a normal tablet, then switch over to Dex mode, then go external display and still be able to take it through the house and walk, through like I've literally given it to my kid. He's played Xbox Game Pass on it. Like, it's really dope. Like I'm really enjoying this experience. Like the phone is great. I love the phone, but I'm fanboy over this tablet. I really am. I really am.
I know Ian
what's up.
and Nassim are like huge Android enthusiasts. Have you guys played with the Galaxy tabs at all? Like, have you owned them before?
Oh, you go first, bro.
I haven't owned one. I just have an iPad, but I saw the S8 Ultra in Best Buy and everything, and it's just that thing is so big.
Yes,
I thought the
it
iPad
is.
Pro, I thought that was big, and I saw that in the store, and I was like, golly. Are those features like that you were talking about? Are they available like on the other ones too?
Yeah, and that was like kind of like one of the reasons, why I wasn't too crazy about doing a video. 'Cause I don't want people to think that you have to go out and get the Ultra. Like I was talking to LaShawn, holla at your boy, because he was talking about trying to get a Samsung Tab. I was like, dude, you can walk in and just get like a Tab S7 Plus and get all of these software features. Like the only difference that I'm able to tell, and again, I didn't have the Tab S8 or the Tab S7 Plus. I came from a purely iPad tablet background. But it's like based off of what I see, you're able to get all this functionality on the Tab S7 Plus. So it's like if you can go and swing one of those, I probably would go ahead and do that. I don't really recommend stuff too much, but they're running cheap, dude.
$400 to $500 right now, which is crazy.
Oh, B Floyd, I did. So the thing about it is, I did get it up and running, and it works, right? It does work, but it's one of those things where it's not practical yet. Like one, just because that does have latency. On one of my live streams, I was telling everybody I was trying to see if I could essentially do my full blown, 9-to-5 job off of the Tab S8 Ultra. So with the app that they were telling me in my live stream, which we use the Horizon client. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's the virtual machine. Exactly. Yeah, we use that. But what I've just figured out today that I can do is actually run this setup how I'm running it now for the live stream and literally just move my work stuff to the Tab S8 Ultra, and I can work off of the Tab S8 Ultra. So yeah. Yeah, just a little bit, Jason. No, it's definitely my oldest, so I trust him a little bit more, in terms of electronics and stuff. But like it literally sat on the tablet stand, and he just had the Xbox controller, so he wasn't holding it or anything like that. But I did trust him a little bit with it though, just a little bit.
I got you. So back to build quality on the Ultra.
Yeah, S22. Back to that.
Yeah, the S22 Ultra. So this is actually the first phone where I've had a matte glass back, and it's honestly one of the best feeling things.
You don't want to put a case on it.
I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I wasn't a lot of people were mad about the Pixel 6 Pro being glossy, and I was not understanding that. But
yep, I can't use this anymore. It doesn't feel the same. I can use it, but it just doesn't have the same.
No, I know what you mean.
Feeling to
and this feels significantly heavier than the Pixel 2, and it's not nearly as slippery. When I got my Pixel out of the box, I almost dropped it. Right then and there.
Instantly.
It's that slippery, but this is even heavier and it's more grippable than that. So that's just crazy. Yeah. That's one thing that I noticed about build quality. Are you guys complaining about the cameras at all? How do you feel about the new camera setup, in terms of the design?
Do you guys get this? Wait, are you talking about design?
Yeah.
All right, so when I first seen the S22 Ultra, I was like, it's all right.
Yep.
But then I had the S21 Ultra 2, and I put them together. And do you guys think this too? Do you guys think that the S22 Ultra is the sexiest phone out of the two? Do you guys think that?
So yes. I'm gonna be. Oh, Ian, go ahead, because you were trying to talk the last time. Ian, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So when the first renders and stuff came out, and everyone was like, "I don't really like it," I was the polar opposite because I was huge on the Note 10 Plus, and this literally reminds me of the Note 10 Plus with the extra 2 camera holes, and I love the Note 10 Plus, especially in that Aura Glow with the rainbowy color. Oh,
I have that one.
God,
I wish
yes.
Bring that color back.
Yes, please. I would have bought that. That for sure.
But I love it. Once you see this phone in person,
it is sexy.
I undoubtedly think that it's a sexy phone.
Every color looks good. Every color looks good on this phone because of the minimal design. I feel every single color looks good.
I don't normally like.
Oh, sorry. You got to switch. You got to switch. There you go.
There we go. I think that's a nice.
That's two.
Yeah, that's a nice green though. I want to see that blue. I want to see the blue one.
Yo, I do too.
I do
The
too.
graphite
like
was
the
the
blue,
one
like
I was
the-
gonna order. The sky blue is the one they're talking
I've got the
about.
sky blue here actually. I've got the sky blue here. Nah, just kidding.
Oh,
it's like
get him out of here! Get him out of here! I have the Sierra Blue as well. I have the Sierra
Yeah.
Blue iPhone 13 Pro Max as well.
What did y'all think of the red? I thought it looked a little more orange to me, but
So yeah,
I wanna see it in
people have
person.
seen them in like public
Yeah.
now, and it's like legit orange. Like it's not.
it looks
debatable.
like to me it looked like Tonka fire engine like orange like when the toys
Really?
left out for a bit too long like in the sun kind of thing. Yeah.
See, I don't think I'm gonna like that.
Yeah.
but it had the black edges in the black top and bottom. I really like that though.
That's true.
Yeah, that's-
I wanted the graphite, man. I just didn't want to wait. I really wanted the graphite.
That's understandable. I wanted the blue, but I didn't want to wait either. So
Yeah, that
Same,
blue is
same.
clean too.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'll be able to see the red soon. I have a friend who's like outside of tech who finally upgraded from his Note 9 and he did get the red. So I think I'm gonna drive and go see him and go check it out in person. So
Did he have it?
We'll
did
see.
he have the Note 9 for like?
He had he had the Note 9 since it came out, and that's what he was rocking. And he was like, and he asked me last year, he was like, yo, like, is there a new Note? I was like, probably not. You know, if it's still chugging along, just hold out a little bit longer, because we had rumors about, you know, S22 Ultra coming with the S Pen built in. And he saw it, the renders I showed him. He's like, if it's exactly this, I'm gonna upgrade. And it ended up being that, and he was like, I'm sold. So he got his. He was really
He
excited. about
traded
it.
in.
He did. He traded in his Note 9. I want to say they gave him. I don't even remember. It was like whatever like the default number was like on the pricing is what he ended up getting. It wasn't like a crazy amount or whatever, but just for him, like he keeps his phones until he needs a new phone. You know what I mean? So for him, he doesn't mind dropping, you know, 1,000 or 800 on a phone because he's gonna have it for 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So
Justified, yeah.
yeah, for him it's not that serious, but me, I'm getting that top of the line trade in every time because I'm upgrading every year, so I need them savings.
I got you. So yeah, we're gonna hop to the next topic now. We're just gonna say screen quality. How do you guys feel about the screen quality? And did you guys automatically go up to 1440p like as soon as you
100%.
I'm gonna go last because I feel so bad when I answer this, but I'm gonna go last.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm stuck on full HD. I don't really care.
Okay.
Well, I didn't even know.
How dare you put it at 1440p? I have to.
See, like I'm like visually impaired, so it literally makes zero difference for me. Like
Yeah.
I can notice from 720p to full HD, but not like full HD plus. Like I really don't care.
Okay.
Miles keeps getting on my ass about it. He's like, "Oh, look, the circles
Yes.
on a sharp." I'm like, "Dude, I don't care." Like,
That's true.
yeah.
That's fair.
But the screen, like, oh, shut up. No, but the screen quality is amazing. Like the saturation, like I feel like Samsung screens have gotten to the point where like they used to be super saturated. Like I hated them so much, but now like the natural color profile is just perfecto.
It's
amazing.
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that I really appreciated too was the brightness, because usually
Yes.
like,
Oh
when
my
I'm
God.
working-
Yes.
Like usually when I'm working, like I'm outside and like the sun, like 'cause I live in LA, so like the sun is shining and like there's
Yeah.
no shade whatsoever. So like one problem I had with my iPhone, it wasn't as bright, but with the S22 Ultra, like I've had no problems with this. The
Zero
brightness
issues.
so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero issues.
And me coming from the Pixel 6 Pro, I feel like the Pixel still sucks at auto brightness. Like,
Yes,
something
yeah.
Yes.
Literally,
Yes.
something I
Good
literally
God,
never
yes.
have to switch.
Yeah.
I literally never have to switch it on my Ultra. Like it always adjusts to like whatever environment I'm in. Pixel 6 Pro, I definitely have to slide it every once in a while. So
Another thing, speaking about comparisons, fingerprint sensor, it is like leagues beyond what's on the Pixel 6 Pro. Yeah, like I'm like
I
praying.
feel
to, like,
so
whatever
bad.
God
I feel
is.
so bad, yo. But Ian, you go, because I gotta go last. I feel so bad.
No, I feel like it's pretty good. I mean, I'm coming from an iPhone. Like I usually use an iPhone, so having a fingerprint scanner again is actually really nice.
It is.
No, but for me with the display, the fingerprint sensor definitely better for sure. And I'm not even someone who really had a ton of issues with the Pixel's fingerprint sensor, but it's definitely better. But no, when I was talking about the display, man, so I pulled out my Pixel 6 Pro because I'm about to start doing like some camera stuff, and I like to use my Pixel for a good frame of reference. And I was like, man, let me actually like try to compare these displays. And I put on Demon Slayer, which is an anime. You know, anime are known to be very vibrant, contrasty. and all that. And yo, the display on my Ultra made my Pixel 6 Pro's display look washed out. Like I went into the settings to make sure I had the most vibrant, saturated color profile, and it was just like, what? Like, and I never thought that the Pixel 6 Pro's display was bad, and I still don't, because like obviously most people aren't gonna have both to compare, but it was a drastic difference. Like I was surprised that I actually noticed a difference. It's kind of why it shocked me and I felt bad, but it was like, good lord, like Google, y'all need to give Samsung some more money for them better displays.
When I first got it, I like literally opened up Twitter just to like compare the whites. The white on like the
is white.
I dare you to do it. Like it's kind of crazy. It makes
white.
the Pixel look gray. It makes it like it's that good on the Samsung. Like the whites are like that white. They're just so good at like color reproduction and everything.
There's another thing as well. Like the Pixel has the best oleophobic coating I've seen on a phone so far. Like in terms of fingerprint resistance. Like my Pixel, sorry, my S22 Ultra. Sorry, my Pixel like it gets fingerprints like crazy. Like it's really annoying. But I've like had like not, this is my experience, but I've had like not as many issues with like fingerprint retention on the screen on the S22 Ultra. My iPhone I think comes in a close second, but the S22 Ultra like rejects fingerprints really good on the screen, which is something that I always notice.
I'd never paid attention to that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking at mine, like, wait, does it? Yeah, but no, it honestly does. I don't have a lot of fingerprints on here.
So let me ask you guys: does anyone use a screen protector? Or
I do not.
I tried to go with Whitestone Dome, and I messed up both my installations. So I said, you know what? F it. Yeah, I messed them both up.
Curved screens and curved screens and screen protectors are cursed. Like you can't.
Yes,
I can't.
Yes, like the edge, for me, the edge is always coming off. Like, I've been stopped. If it's a curved display, I'm not using the screen protector.
It's weird to me. Like I was looking at Amazon looking for screen protectors, and I was just kind of surprised like the lack of availability for stuff. And I remember my friend had an S20, and there was problems with the fingerprint scanner with it. I literally just got a plastic one, and it's okay, but I kind of hate it.
Really?
The texture of it is not like that good. Like going from a glass screen protector to plastic, it's just nah.
Yo, passive. I did watch, and that's the sad part. And it wasn't Whitestone Dome. Like I'm not saying that their product suck or anything. It was 100% me. I'm just really bad at putting on Whitestone Dome screen protectors. Like I'm really bad at them. Like I just personally am. So like I said, it's not the company. It's definitely 100% me. But I just say, you know what? It's whatever.
So I definitely think they should go with a flat panel next year, just because of how bad ergonomically curved screens are. Just like we mentioned earlier, case companies, they try to avoid the curved screen, so the lip is like always literally at the side. So
I mean, it feels like the only reason they do it is just in the name of making it thin, and like it's still thinner than 13 Pro Max. Like 13 Pro Max is like a thick brick compared to this.
It is.
I mean, if they did a flat screen, I don't think it would make that much of a difference. They could still taper the back.
I agree.
I mean, like the proofs in the S22 Plus, it's still like a great phone, and like it's only slightly smaller than the S22 Ultra as well, and the screen's flat, and it's amazing. So
I really hope they go flat for the Ultra next year. And Septian, you're kind of late. This has been a thing forever.
Yeah, not even that, but Samsung makes Google's panels, so you already know. Like Samsung holds their best ones. I've said it for years. Samsung holds their best panels for themselves, dog. It's a fact at this point. It's a fact at this point.
Okay, shout out to I didn't even realize she was up here. Guess she's waiting for her mom to get home.
But when it's all said and done, though, Galen, I got a question for you. When it's all said and done, though. No, not right now. When we're done, when it's all said and done, I got a question for you. When it's all said and done.
I need to know.
You don't worry about it. You'll be all right. Just keep going. I'm just letting you know now, so you can't try to end the stream out early. Like, no, I'm gonna ask you this question.
All right, I got you. All right. So
at the very end, now.
Okay, so next we're just gonna like talk about software and One UI. So it's kind of interesting because we're all coming from a Pixel pretty much, and Ian's coming from the iPhone, which is basically like very similar, like in terms of aesthetics
to the Pixel.
No, I'm coming from a Pixel and iPhone as well, so yeah.
Yeah, right. So how do you guys like feel about One UI? Like, is it too much, or do you think it's just enough?
I think it's smooth. I think it's definitely smooth. One thing that I really did appreciate were the widgets, like how creative I could get with widgets. So especially when compared to my Pixel. Like I feel like my Pixel could have been better, but I think as far as the UI, like it's very smooth. I didn't get any app crashes. Everything has been pretty good so far. This is a very smooth experience.
Oh, that's
I was taken aback by the experience because I didn't expect it to be this flawless. Honestly, I have had like
no glitch.
zero. I don't want to like knock on wood. Like zero issues. I don't want to screw this up. I've had zero issues with my software experience on One UI 4. And look, I'm my last experience with Samsung was TouchWiz from 2015. So like,
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's a
There's a
huge
bit of a-
difference.
yeah. So like, I was trying to keep as open as possible. Like, I was trying to keep my mind as open as possible. But like, honestly speaking, I have been impressed. Like, just straight up impressed by One UI 4.
Hold on. We need a top down of your home screen remote.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's very boring. There's like nothing of note
No,
there.
it's minimal. There's nothing wrong
And then I've
with
got my
minimalism.
emails over. I've got my emails over there, and that's
Yeah,
literally
there's
it.
nothing wrong with minimalism, man. Yeah, nothing wrong with minimalism. Like that's literally that's pretty much what well, I'm rocking Nova, but everything is in a folder for the most part. Like
I was
like to
gonna
be
do a launcher
organized
setup,
too.
but I wanted to experience One UI just for a little bit
Yeah,
at least to see what it
yeah.
was like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna
course.
go launch Air or something after a few weeks of One
Launcher
UI.
is definitely a goodie.
So how many of you
Yeah.
guys actually use launchers?
I go in between. Yeah, I go in between. I use One UI and then sometimes I'm on Nova. It honestly just depends on the day.
I got you.
Yeah.
Do you ever use a launcher, Ian, or do you just go stock? with
No, I just
Samsung?
went stock. I haven't switched to an Android in years. So like Ramal,
Really?
the last time I used one was the S7, and that
Oh
was
wow!
yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta experience. You gotta experience One UI. How are you liking One UI? Like
I'm
seriously.
curious.
I
Yeah.
mean, for the most part, it's been pretty good. One thing I
Okay.
gotta say I was really impressed with was the smart switch going from the iPhone.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the way it copied
Oh,
everything. It found compatible apps. It put everything on my home screen the way it was. It copies everything over, like your pictures, your messages, everything like that. I was really impressed with that. I mean, there's like the theming is really good. I think there's some lags in there I've noticed. But I also did the window animation. I reduced the time for the window animation, and that just makes it so much more snappy. I mean, other than that, there's like just little things. There's little things that I could nitpick. Like I don't know if y'all use Android Auto.
I do, and it's definitely an experience. I'll say
It's
that.
like I gotta say, CarPlay is way better.
CarPlay is so much better. No, you have to say way. CarPlay is so much better. CarPlay is so much better.
The first time I put it on my car, I have wireless Android Auto, wireless CarPlay. First time I put it in my car, I was like, "Why does this look jagged? Like it looked jagged."
Yo, bro, I was
Dude.
saying that it doesn't look
It
as
looks-
clean.
No,
It
it
looks
looks like-
jagged. Go ahead, Nassim. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Finish your
no.
thought. Finish your thought.
Bro, it was just like when I use Apple CarPlay, it's like they made it for my car. Like
Yes.
this one, it just felt like they had to do it, so they just put it out there. Like, all right, we got to put auto out there because Apple's. You know what I'm
It
saying?
looks like they haven't updated it in like years. Like they left it
Yeah.
from like Android 8 and they just haven't updated it. Like that's what it looks like. I know like it works, it does the job, but also like when I get my car, and this could be my car too, but like the fact that I have to actually hit a button to get it to activate when my iPhone, I get in the car, turn it on, it shows up. Like this one takes like 5 minutes to actually show up on the screen. And I'm like,
Ooh,
no, that's
no. I don't have that necessarily, but no,
exaggerating a little bit.
no, I got you. No, I'm talking about the automatic part because in my car it does do the automatic thing, but no, like trust me, it's not just you. Android Auto is that like they even have this thing, and I don't understand. And I have like a theory, but I'm not sure if I'm right. So if you say, for example, watch YouTube videos, I watch YouTube videos and I listen to them with the audio in the background because I have YouTube Premium or whatever. There's a like slight delay, like and I'll never forget. I dropped my daughter off at dance, and I'm sitting in the car and I'm watching a YouTube video, and there's a latency. But then when you switch to just Bluetooth, not Android Auto, but Bluetooth, there's no latency. CarPlay, no latency. It's just an Android Auto thing. Like, and I've looked it up. I've troubleshoot all of that. Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead.
And this could be like something with me, but like Google Maps, I use Google Maps a lot. I noticed that like when you have Android Auto on, it will not let you open the app. Meanwhile, on the iPhone, it
It is
shows you
so
like all the
infuriating.
in the screen. Like I want to know what my next turn is without having to like move my screen around to look. and like
When
the fact
I'm
that it closes the app
Dude.
once I open it drives me. Oh, it drives me
when I'm using my iPhone with CarPlay, I literally have the GPS directions on the dash, and then my phone has like the next turn, and I use them both together. I don't use them
Yes.
separately. But with
Exactly.
Android, like you said, it literally will tell you, cannot run Google Maps right now. Like I don't know why it's not. No, and passive. There's nothing under developer options for that. It's just that's how it is. But you can tell that Google knows that it's not there because they're working on an updated version of it that looks exactly like CarPlay. Like it literally looks like they took CarPlay and made it Android Auto.
Fine. That's fine.
And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
Like Apple has all the recent apps on the left-hand side. You have
it's really good.
Like I don't know if you guys saw my tweet of the 5G logo in Android Auto.
Yes,
it looks
not
like
sharp.
trash, and that screenshot actually looks better than it does in my car. Like it looks like garbage. I'm like, who designed that? Just
seriously.
I've got a question for you guys because I haven't used Android Auto. Like when it comes to Android Auto on like different Android phones, does the manufacturer, for example, Samsung, have an input to how Android Auto works, or is it just like a Google thing?
No, from what I've seen, from what I've experienced, is definitely a Google thing. Like no matter which device I switch to, it's the same experience. Which like I don't necessarily mind that aspect because I mean I'm sure if Samsung did have some input on it, we'd probably have something a little bit better. But for me, I don't mind Google, fully take over on it or whatever. But I just need them to update it because you can tell it's been a minute. You can tell it's been a minute.
Yeah, and I mean, like I have a lower resolution display in my car. Like I know it's not like 720p HD or anything like that. I know it's like lower than that. But the fact that Android Auto looked worse than CarPlay, just that blew my mind.
Yeah. I get you.
It's just not optimized yet.
No.
So I do want to hit this question that Passive Aggressor asked. He asked, "Is One UI?" It's a really good question, actually. Is One UI the new Android standard?
I think it was Ramal that tweeted about that. When you said what you said about Google and then Samsung, was that you?
That was me, yeah. I think it's like a yes and no thing, honestly, because like the thing is like most consumers don't know what the Google experience is like. So like to most consumers, like even on TikTok, everyone's like, "Oh, it's Apple versus Samsung." And I'm like, "No, it's not. There's like other brands." Like everyone just like doesn't. It's like a. It's an issue with the optics of it, right? Yeah. Because like Google doesn't sell enough Android phones to be considered the default, even though they are basically the whole like they are Android. So like it's a whole issue of the optics and visibility and like the consumer like kind of consumer perspective of what the default is. Because for most people, Samsung is the default. Because like, most Samsung users, they just upgrade to the next Samsung. They're not like, oh, which new Android phone do I get? It's which Samsung do I get? It's the same thing with Apple users. It's like which next, like what iPhone do I get? It's just an issue of the optics. That's my opinion about it anyway.
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
kind of frightening how many people like think that Samsung is the only Android.
Yeah,
but I mean, let me give you an example here. Go to anybody's like family get-togethers. Go to anybody's family get-together, and guess what phones you're gonna see? Samsung or Apple. That's the only thing you're gonna see. My family, all they have is either a Samsung or an iPhone. It's one of them. Literally, I've never seen them use anything else, and it's because that's like the default Android phone. So like, I see why it's harder for other manufacturers to get in there because Samsung knows what they're doing.
Someone thought this was an S10 Plus when I took this out in public once. Like someone's like, "Oh, like you're still using S10?" I'm like, because it kind of looks like it, but like
just the bar.
It has the G on it. Like, come on, dude.
I remember once seeing a Pixel in like out in the wild, and I was surprised. I was like, "Oh my god, they're using a Pixel 6." I was so impressed.
Dude, I've stopped and talked to people out at Disney. Like I was like, "Yo, what do you think about the?" No, like seriously, because it's like you do not, especially going out in like Disney, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's Disney, it's ritzy, iPhone, Samsung, all that crazy stuff. But it's like you don't see that. But it's like I've seen quite a few people with Pixels, and if I'm in like waiting in line and they're in line too, I'll ask them. I'll just be like, hey, I noticed you got blah blah blah. I'll kind of explain why I'm asking, and then they'll be like, oh, cool, like sure, I'll talk about it, and they'll kind of give me the rundown. And most of the time, they absolutely love it. I've only had one person who was kind of like, I'm just not a fan, and he was coming from a Samsung device, and he was like, I just kind of miss my Samsung device. So, but everyone else, they loved it. They absolutely loved it.
So
I mean, it's kind of crazy when I think about it. 3 of my non-tech friends use Pixel 4s and Pixel like 5s, I think. So like it's pretty interesting. Just
That is
remember-
interesting.
Yeah,
So in terms of
and
like
they really like it.
In terms of like software or Android skins, do you guys think that One UI is now the skin to beat or the form of Android to beat?
That's tough. That's tough. And I can say what I think the general consensus answer is, and then I can give what my answer is, because subjectively One UI isn't my favorite flavor of Android personally. I think for the general consensus is, I think One UI is kind of the king of the hill, essentially. But when it comes to my personal preference, I think preference is always gonna be there, and I just prefer the Pixel experience to the Samsung experience.
And I think that's why One UI it isn't, because like it hasn't really been dominating for years and years and years.
It just
like people still have other preferences, and until most people like the One UI, I think that's when you can say it. But like most people prefer Google's, but despite their bugs and despite everything that happened with them, like most people prefer.
And for me, they're really close. Like Samsung is absolutely really close, because there are some things that when I do, go back to the Pixel or when I go over to my iPhone or whatever, that I absolutely miss. Like the whole, like pretty much Samsung's take on a big screen phone. I absolutely love it. Like the productivity, the multitasking, floating windows. Oh, I love all that.
Apple needs to take notes. Apple needs to take hella notes on that.
Everybody needs to steal that. Google needs to steal that. Like everybody does, because it does make you feel so much more productive. Right. But at the end of the day, for me, it all comes down to fluidity, movement throughout the UI. And I've already said it. And literally no one I've talked to that has ran their Pixel on 12L has had anything to say but positive
facts.
No,
Dude.
and,
like,
I mean,
Android 12L,
dude,
the beta is more stable than the public release when the phone came out. Like it
exactly.
Google messed the launch up so hard that it's laughable at this point. Like, why didn't they? They should have launched it. Like, they should have waited on Android 12. I get it's the whole redesign. I get it's the whole tense thing. They should have waited.
12 was the beta. Android 12 was the beta. 12L
12 was the alpha. 12 was the alpha. What are you talking about? 12 was like way down there.
Yes. And 12L is really what Google wanted to put out, in my opinion. Because 12L, bro, I can't wait, because supposedly it's going to come out month of March, next Pixel feature drop. So I can't wait to see what that stable is going to look like. I'm excited for it. I know it's Samsung season, but I'm excited for that, me personally.
Same.
Right?
I gotcha. So one thing I will say, this is my first experience with One UI as well. I really like how well all of the Samsung apps like stick together, like how much they integrate.
That's interesting, because most people hate that.
I love it. Like personally, it was like really.
I have some thoughts about
like,
that, but
just, opening like the Samsung keyboard and then Samsung Pass, you're able to like log into that, and that automatically syncs to your keyboard, things like that. And then like what like really like saved my butt a few times, actually, the calendar like automatically synced with my Gcal. And then it like syncs with like your notification. Like they give you like the best notifications for calendar notifications. And then even like going like out to eat, I like did like one of the little restaurant text message chain things, and it literally like pulled it from the. I've never seen this happen before. It pulled like my time information from the text message, because Samsung is like the Google Messages. Samsung's phone is like very Samsungized, so you could tell it literally like pulled.
They put a skin over top of it.
They literally like just pulled the information from the Samsung messages and then like sent it to my calendar as well. So I'm like chilling in the store next to the restaurant, and I get that notification, and I get the big notification on my watch. Like I just really like how well all of that syncs together.
I'm surprised, because normally it's the opposite. People are like running back to like Google services. I can say for me, whenever I do pick up a Galaxy device, I literally go crazy with the Google services. I don't really use any of the Samsung stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, it's surprising because like messages, the Samsung services.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, my fault, bro. But messages, phone app, I literally download every Google.
I Googlify my Samsung device. I do.
You remember?
I'm gonna be
those,
honest
like-
though, Samsung's not being very annoying this time around with like they're like forcing everything Samsung down your
Yeah,
throat.
that's
Like
true.
it's like it's
Yeah.
very low key compared to like, again, I'm comparing this to like 2014, 2015 Samsung, which was like, that was a cesspool, let's be honest. But like right now, like Samsung's being like, it's very seamless and organized, which is something I thought I'd never say about a Samsung phone. Like the fact
About
that it's
Samsung,
organized.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got some polish that I never expected Samsung software to have. Honestly, that's my final take on that.
I think that's why a lot of people are considering One UI the best skin right now, just because of
Yeah.
how much it's evolved from when One UI first came out. Because it's literally like night and day from what TouchWiz was. That's like the last time I had a Samsung was like the TouchWiz days. So it's literally like night and day. I just wanted to
TouchWiz
answer
was
this question
doo-doo.
from B.
No.
Floyd. He asked,
No, it was
Yeah.
really bad.
yeah, B. Floyd asked if we were changing the launcher because of the app drawer. Me personally,
No.
yes.
No.
I haven't done it because
I
of
got
that.
really used to the launcher that I use, Smart Launcher. I just really like how they handle the app drawer and everything.
I'm always the minority, and everyone calls me crazy, but I don't mind swiping up and then swiping across for my apps. Like, I don't mind
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
Barry
Same.
calls me crazy. Juan says that I'm a demon for it, but I don't really care. Like it doesn't bother me, to be honest.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot. That's why I did
I
it.
mean, honestly, I like it better because I know everything that's on like one single page. So I know which page to navigate to if I want to find something. I actually do like the page system better for the app drawer.
I gotcha. So yeah, we're just gonna go bypass software and go on to battery life. How is battery life for you guys? I'm personally getting, I think, between 5 and 6 hours screen on time based on my
Yeah.
usage, which is, I think, average. It's not bad, but it's not like great. That's what I'm experiencing so far.
So I spoke too soon when I mentioned on Twitter because it was learning my
Okay.
usage, which I'm not used to that. I'm not used to it learning my usage.
Because when you get an iPhone, it doesn't do
no,
that.
it just
Yeah.
it doesn't.
People
yeah,
say
so
it does, but I've never had it do that for
Yeah.
me. I've just gotten great battery life right out the gate.
It was a good 2 days before it actually like started even out. So like today's been the best day. I'm at 6 hours, 3 minutes of screen on time, 7 hours of screen off time, with 17% left. So I mean,
It's pretty good.
that's
Oh, it's
pretty good.
that's decent. It's not like
That's
iPhone
decent,
13
yeah.
Pro Max numbers.
Correct.
My thing, the thing
iPhone
that-
13 Pro Max is spoiled to us. Let's be honest.
It has.
It really
Yeah.
has.
It
It set
has.
the bar. It set the bar really high. But like those first 2 days, like the thing that pissed me off was that the fact that I was out, I didn't have a charger, and the phone died, and I was literally walking
Yeah.
out the store. My friend couldn't call me or text me because my phone was dead. And then
Ooh,
in my car,
yeah, that's
it
annoying.
charges so slow. It charges so slow in my car, like compared to the iPhone. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I don't really know why, but
That's
and
weird.
then yeah, it's the 45-watt charger though is pretty good. It'll like to
Yeah.
top up, it's really fast, but it still
About
takes
an
about an
hour.
hour to charge it
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
Battery for me is about what you were saying. About on a good day, I've been able to get 7. But for the most part, between 5.5 and 6.5 is about where I'm at. Screen
Same.
on time. I do a lot of stuff with my phone with the screen off, like background audio, Spotify streaming, and then my Android Auto is wireless, but I have the Motorola adapter, the wireless one. I have that, so that's also draining from the battery, even with my phone screen off too. So, like I said, for me to be able to still get between 5.5 and 6.5, I'm good with that. For as much as this phone can do, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the
Yeah.
battery life is going to go with because I just got the Samsung Watch, right? I'm wondering if the watch is going to like take up any like standby time on the phone.
The watch doesn't pull from the phone that much.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say I haven't experienced that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
The
Yeah.
watch doesn't pull from the phone a lot.
No.
Especially
Ian, what were you
I
gonna
think-
say?
I feel
Oh, my
like the
bad, Galen.
integration- Oh, go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say, since we haven't gotten any updates yet for it, do you think an update?
That's
would
what
be-
I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I think,
that's what
I
I'm
think it's
hoping
gonna
we'll-
be a big update when we get it.
I mean, there were updates that improved my battery life for the S21 Ultra. Like I said, it took a bit for that to happen, though. I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Usually by now we've seen Samsung start to push out their updates, and I haven't seen anything. Like I'm kind of trying to wait for this first update before I really start doing camera stuff because I don't want to get halfway through and then they push out an update and let's say shutter light gets fixed, and it's like, well, darn, I gotta go back and do everything all over again, right? So
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to wait, man, but I don't know. We'll see.
So have you
Did
guys
someone with an
noticed-
Exynos model, I think, had an update. So
The
I was
Exynos
checking
models
the-
did have an update, yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't have the Exynos model, so I would have gotten it, but for like the first time since the S6 in Australia, we got the Snapdragon, which I'm kind of happy for. Kind of sad
I
about
think you
missing
should
ray
be
tracing,
happy.
but no one's tested ray tracing, and I don't care at this point. So
From what I've been seeing on the
yeah.
Exynos, man, like you dodged the bullet.
Yeah,
You dodged the bullet.
I dodged
You
the
dodged
major
the bullet. Yeah,
Yeah.
you dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
Like 4 hours of screen on time type bullet.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
iPod Touch
It
levels
is-
of battery life. Let's go.
Yeah, pretty much.
So have you guys like had it long enough to like notice a difference in battery life between cellular and Wi-Fi?
Yes. So I consistently get about an hour less on cellular if I'm out for like most of the day, usually like about an hour less, but that's kind of to be expected. It's the same with my iPhone as well. Better get about an hour less, but like proportionally, since the iPhone lasts longer in general, it's not like as big of a difference as opposed to on the S22 Ultra. But like overall in terms of battery life, personally with my use, I can't get 2 days out of it. I just can't. Usually end the day with about 20%, which is not good for like a 2-day usage cycle.
Right.
But like since I charge my phone overnight anyway, it doesn't affect me that much. But
That's how I am.
it's gotten me thinking about my battery more than I would like coming from a 13 Pro Max. But then again, the 13 Pro Max is like no one was expecting Apple to
No.
be this good with their battery
Nobody.
life. So I guess everyone was caught
Yeah.
off guard when the 13 Pro Max just like
It
decimated the
completely
competition.
changes it completely changes your thought process on how good
Yeah.
battery life can be. Like I've never had a
Exactly,
device
yeah.
ever in my life that I could honestly say like I could on a Friday night go out for the weekend and Sunday evening come home and
Yeah.
still have battery. Like that's definitely possible. Like I've never had a phone do that before ever.
So, do you guys think like a legit change in battery tech is the only thing that's gonna get Androids there?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Because
Or just
it
make the
all comes-
batteries ridiculously big or that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we-
but-
the Energizer phone, man. That's what we need.
Oh yeah,
That's what we
extra
need, yeah.
like a brick.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it all comes back to optimization. Like no one, and I mean when I say no one, the only other player that I think could ever do it, I'm not saying that they're anywhere close, but that could do it would be Google. Because again, they
Yeah.
they have the silicon, they have the software, they have the rest of the hardware. They could technically do it, but like I said, no one else is going to be able to optimize their devices the way that Apple can in terms of control. And so, and in terms of being able to control that entire pipeline, no one's going to be able to do that
Yeah, I 100% agree.
because Samsung is not switching from Android no time soon.
Yep. Michael Pepper Tech said, I don't like the launcher gestures are broken since Android stopped officially supporting third-party launchers after Android 10, and I absolutely hate that as well.
Yep.
Is that actually a thing? Because on my OnePlus, third-party launches, like the gestures are like
some
fine.
manufacturers like find like
They have to actually support it, I think,
Oh,
or
okay.
something
Yeah,
like
so-
that.
out of the box, like after like when Android 10 first got there, that's when like the new like swipe gestures started, like the iPhone gestures or whatever. That was Android 10 because Android 9 was like the little pill at the bottom of the screen. But Android 10 is like the first one in which you could do like the full screen swipe gestures, and third-party launchers like weren't compatible at all.
And
apparently it's still a thing for
It
some
is.
manufacturers.
and like the
It wasn't
crazy.
Google.
Yeah, because they kind of changed everything. But like the weirdest part to me when it comes to third-party launchers and gestures, if you use the Samsung, because like when you go into the whole gestures, you have two options. You can either use the normal Android default gestures, or you can use Samsung's version of the normal default Android gestures, which I actually use those. I don't.
What,
Yeah,
there's a
I don't
difference?
use. Yeah, there is. So if you go in and you go into where it says swipe gestures and you go to more options, there's two. So when you go to the top one, it's the same swipe from the bottom, but the same way that Samsung has the 3 buttons, it's 3 different areas for 3 different functions. So swipe up from right is back, swipe up from middle is home, and then recent. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you got the top down. So yeah, you can show us. But
I'm just trying to find it first.
No, you're good. You're good. So yeah. Just hit more options, and then like a lot of people say, well, if you do it that way, then you lose the side swipes. But if you go to Good Lock, there's a module called one-handed operation, and if you install that, you can set up your side swipes. So it's like you still have your side swipes from the normal Android, system gestures, but then you have the Samsung version, and in that version, it works really well with gestures. Like, but third-party launchers, it works really well. So that aspect works. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when we were talking earlier, Galen. It's on Twitter DMs.
I didn't understand it. You just
it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like if you use essentially Samsung's version of the Android, pretty much of the Android gestures, you can use third-party launchers, and it works perfectly.
So it's
fine.
this one, right? It's this one.
Yeah, exactly. So if you go, switch to the top one, and then do you have gesture hints turned on? Because you won't be able to see it. So hit the back button. Because you're not gonna be able to swipe. Hit gesture or go back to it for a second to the navigation part.
Yeah,
swipe down. You're good. I won't put you on blast. I know you're. Keep going.
It takes me a bit of time to find things. Hold up.
No, you're good. If you swipe down and go back to the navigation part and turn on the hints or whatever, you'll see like the 3 individual bars. Now I don't use the 3 bars. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so turn on gesture hints and you'll see 3 bars at the bottom. So each different bar does that button's functionality. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh,
so like if you go so recent, and then that one is the back key.
That's the back. Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty
so
cool.
So it's like definitely play with it, and then like a lot of people will miss the side swipes. So what you do is you go to, let me find it here on my phone. Where's Good Lock? Okay, so you go to Good Lock. Here, Galen, so if you could switch to me real quick.
My fault.
Nah, you're good. So you switch to, so you get good. I don't know if you have Good Lock in, because Good Lock is so you go to Good Lock, and then you go to Family. There's this whole other option for modules, and then if you swipe down, you get one-handed operation. And you turn that on, and you get your 2 side gestures back, so you can still use your side gestures.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with it, bro.
Yeah, it's that's like nice. That's why, Galen, when I told you, bro, dive into Good Lock, I meant it, because like
Good Lock's like crap. Good Lock's so good,
bro.
Good Lock.
And it's like another thing that people don't know about. So like, don't you know how on like you can do it on a Mac if you download like a separate tool, but like on a Windows PC, you get the volume mixer, where you can change the different output levels of sounds for different apps. You can do that. You can do that on a Galaxy phone. So, like, say for example, if I'm in a Teams meeting and I want to play a game, I can turn the volume down of the game and turn the Teams meeting volume up.
That's a game changer.
Like here, so here's the normal volume, and then if I open this up, you'll see it splits open, and it'll have so like if I have YouTube, if I have like YouTube. And then I go here, let me open it. So you'll see like now YouTube is there. So I can control the volume of YouTube independently of the rest of the system, right? So, bro, I'm telling you, Good Lock, you need to, when you get a Samsung phone, if you don't use Good Lock, you're handicapping yourself. You gotta get in there and dive in.
It sucks that it's region specific.
Yes, it does suck.
Yeah.
Because there's so many goodies in there. There's so many gems in there, dude. There's so many gems. Like your lock screen, you can pretty much change like how your clock layout is, where it's at. So like how I kind of have it covering up the homie Kaneki's hair. I can move my clock icon like up here to the top right if I wanted to. Like you can really, and the thing is, it doesn't affect system performance at all. Like your phone will still run the same, smooth, fluid experience. Like you really got to dive into Good Lock. Got to. Yeah. It is so good, man. It is so good.
So yeah, the last thing that we're going to talk about is the cameras. We're going to wrap it
Let's
up
do
with
it.
the cameras. Yeah. So before I do that, I definitely I want Ramal to explain what the issue, because not everyone may not know what that is. I want Ramal to explain it.
Which issue is this?
He's a huge TikToker. So I want you
to yes. Let me
break it down.
Let me break it down. Okay. So here we have the iPhone, right? And as we all know, the iPhone is the king of optimization when it comes to software, when it comes to camera quality in third-party apps. Now, since I'm going to put this. I'm not going to open TikTok because my AirPods Max are going to switch to them. It's going to be annoying. But basically, the in-app camera in TikTok is very important because you have certain features within TikTok that you can only access within the TikTok app. So you can upload videos outside of TikTok, but you want to use a TikTok app if you want to use trending like effects and stuff. So on the iPhone, it's fine. But on Android phones, because of like the whole Google API integration and how like there are a bajillion options of Android phones, it's not a good experience when it comes to using the camera in third-party apps. And Samsung was apparently going to fix this, and they have for the most part in Snapchat. If you use Snapchat, I'm just going to switch to the second angle real quick. On
Except for the
Snapchat,
zoom. The zoom
Yeah.
is insane.
That was number
the
4.
zoom,
Yeah,
like you
that's
can do,
number
you can do
100.
100, you can do 100 times zoom in Snapchat,
Yeah.
But
and
like
like the way
That's
you know.
sick.
Yeah, like the way you know it works, right? Is if you say like just say I take a picture, like this is a really bad picture, but say I take this picture, right? And it actually does the processing, like it processes the
Oh,
image.
that's sick. I
So like
didn't
the
know
actual
that.
camera processing is like very much on par to what it is on the actual like camera
Camera
app,
app.
which is really really powerful in terms of camera integration, because even the iPhone doesn't do that. Does the processing but doesn't do the zoom, and it doesn't do like no. Actually, I've got another thing. This one does night mode in Snapchat, so you can take night mode pics in Snapchat. So
Oh, that's
you have
fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, that's
Okay.
like one of the best things about this, like camera integration in Snapchat.
You can't do that in iPhone, right?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
I don't think it works in iPhone for night mode.
I'm pretty sure you can't, because I was testing this like a few days ago. Snapchat, I can't log in. Okay, never mind. But
Oh, yeah,
when
'cause
I
you can
tested it,
only
it wasn't a
upload time.
feature. But like the ultra wide camera you could access in Snapchat on the iPhone like once upon a time, but like not now for some reason. But it's little things like that in Snapchat. The optimization on the S22 Ultra is off the charts. On TikTok, it still looks like
Bad.
it looks bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched
looks like-
Miles' examples the other day. Like literally, like the frame
Yeah.
rate was everywhere.
It's
should
the
see the
frame.
comments.
I don't know what like they're doing. It must be like a variable frame rate thing that automatically turns on in Snapchat. Sorry, in TikTok, because even in good lighting, like because usually when lighting's bad, the phone will try to compensate with the slower shutter speed, which means the image looks like kind of like blurry regardless. But like even in like peak lighting conditions, it's still jittery as hell. And also there's like lower dynamic range in general compared to like the actual camera app video. And it's all that sort of stuff. Snapchat did say in their event that they're going to be fixing that, like that they've worked with Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok. There is evidence of that with Snapchat, but not very much with TikTok. Hopefully, it's going to be an update, because TikTok is usually slow with updates. But I'm curious to see how it comes, how and if it would actually like materialize. Because one thing I can say is that the audio quality in videos is so much better on the Samsung than when compared to the iPhone. Like the mic quality. Amazing on the
Yeah, the
Samsung.
microphone quality
Yeah.
is kind of crazy. I didn't notice that too.
Okay, I like that perspective.
Yeah.
So, do you think that's something Google can like bake into the next version of Android, or do you think
They're
is?
working on this new like Camera X API, I'm pretty sure, but like
Yeah.
because it's Google, like who knows when it's going to be a thing, especially like when it comes to like the whole like the denominations of Android manufacturers we have. So for that reason, I need to have an iPhone to create content. Like most content creators have an iPhone just for like the integration of the camera app in like
Reels
Instagram and TikTok and stuff.
yeah.
And also social media apps in general, they're just better on these phones. They're on iPhones. It's just a fact at this
so-
point.
And if you want proof, all you gotta do is look at TikTok comments, because they're brutal.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they let you guys
Yeah.
know, like, you definitely need to shoot this on an iPhone.
You say one thing nice about a Samsung phone, they call you a fanboy. You say something nice about an Apple
What?
phone, an iPhone. Oh,
Even
dude,
more
you
so
are
than
brutal.
YouTube? Even more so than
Oh,
YouTube?
Okay, wait.
dude.
Really? 'Cause
I have
I'm not
cultivated my
on there,
audience.
so-
Yeah, I've cultivated my audience to like not be fanboys. I hope. Like,
Yeah.
but there are still like a few strays who are like, "Oh, look at this guy only using Samsung. He's like a Samsung page now." No, just like you just leave. It's,
That's
Yeah.
insanity.
TikTok comments
Yeah.
are way more brutal. Way more brutal.
Really?
oh yeah,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Yes,
I
so
wonder
much
if
more
it's like
brutal.
an. I wonder if it's like an age bracket thing, because and this is just me
probably
assuming,
is.
and this is just me
Probably is,
assuming,
yeah.
like that it is like younger, you know,
That does
people
sound-
using TikTok than you. They're not saying that old people aren't YouTube, but you know what I mean. Like I just
Hey,
wonder
I'm
if
an old
that's what it
person. I'm an
is.
old person doing TikTok.
I'm old too, so
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is.
I mean, like the thing with TikTok comments is like you have so much to reply to. Like they give you
Okay.
content. Like the comments give you content. It's so
Gotcha.
good.
I
Like
I
most
can't
of
even
my
keep up
like
with that.
popular videos are just like me responding to
Wow.
like dumb comments. It's so good. The content makes
That's
itself.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, now I want
You did
Ike
some weird
to
stuff on there.
explain
Oh
his favorite
man,
thing to talk about.
dude. Okay,
Let's go.
so
Shutter lag.
man, okay. So and like I said, most people and I put out the tweet, and it wasn't directed towards anyone in particular. I'm the type of person like, okay, if someone gets a new phone and they tell me that they have an issue, I may not have that issue. I'm not gonna, here's this solution, here's that. Like, and I understand wanting to provide a workaround while said company, whoever it is, can maybe put out a fix or an update or whatever. But it's like, this is something that's been on Samsung cameras for years at this point, right? And the thing that frustrates me so much about it is because of the fact of, it's like people are offering solutions like use burst mode or use single take and things like that, where it's like, no, all of these smartphone cameras are geared towards you pick it up, you double click, you go into the camera, you snap, you shoot, and you're done.
Point and
that's
shoot.
it.
Point and shoot.
Point and shoot, right? And the example that I continue to give people is my mom. She has an S21. She could raise her video, recording limit to 4K. She doesn't know how. She records at 1080p. Another example, I'm at Disney at the whole Beauty and the Beast show. There's a girl recording from her iPhone at 1080p. She has a 13 Pro Max. I could tell because of the color. She has 13 Pro Max. She's recording in 1080p. So people aren't like, let me go in and change the setting and use this mode. They're like, let me get in, take the shot or record the video, and I'm done. Right? So what ends up happening is when you're in situations where the lighting isn't peak bright lighting or in dark enough settings for night mode to kick in, which again, that's not going to affect everybody the same. I'm not going to be the guy that says it's a deal breaker, because it's not a deal breaker. And it's not, like I said, if you don't have kids or or fast moving kids or fast moving pets, you may not experience it at all, or whatever the case may be. But what'll happen is Samsung, for some reason, tunes their shutters differently than Google with the Pixel, or say iPhone with, or Apple with the iPhone, where those cameras are focused on instantaneous shutter. Samsung's camera, for some reason, based off of how it was explained to me from a technical perspective, because again, you don't get the issue in peak brighting daylight. The shutter is good, everything is frozen in focus. It's just in those low light scenarios. People are saying that if Google bumps up the shutter, then it does something with additional noise and all this other stuff, technical jargon. Like I said, I'm here just to take a picture and get a good result, right? And my answer to that is always, if Google's figured it out, if Apple's figured it out, Samsung has no excuse, right? Because 13 Pro Max is $100 cheaper than this. Pixel 6 Pro is what, $400, $350, $400 cheaper than this. And those are two cameras that have figured this out, right? So like I said, a lot of people like to say, well, the whole blur is due to the high megapixel count, which we've disproven that, because if you put Gcam on a Samsung smartphone, if you use a different camera app, you have no shutter lag. It's instantaneous. So it's 100% an optimization issue with Samsung and their camera. It was also on the S21, and it got a little bit better over time. And I would say between the S21 and the S22, the S21 used to still give me issues with, like, if my kids would move or something like that. Even in daylight, S22 Ultra, I have no issues in perfect lighting conditions. It's just when I get to a dimmer scenario, and people are like, well, when are you going to shoot in that environment? And I'm like, if I go out to eat at a Chili's, it's a dimmer environment. Like, I have a photo, right, that I could pull up. I mean, it has my mom in it, so I don't want to, be flashing all my stuff over there. But it's like, it has my mom in it, and you can literally see, she was looking straight at me with pretty much like looking straight at me, and she turned ever so slightly. The whole complete of her face was blur, right? And like I said, it's not that I'm trying to make it seem like the camera's trash, or, the camera can't take a good shot, or even that I'm saying that you will never get blurry photos from a Pixel or an iPhone, because you definitely can, depending on how much movement your subject is doing. Like, it's definitely possible, but the likeliness of it happening is far less on those other devices than on this device. Like I said, I only say it because I want to advocate for the people who don't know it. Like, my mom comes to me and she's like, dude, why are these pictures of my dog blurry? And I'm not going to sit here and try to have a 30-minute explanation of what shutter lag is. She just shouldn't have it. Yeah, and that's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
it's
People
really
don't care.
sad because
Like,
like the mainstream consumer thinks these phones have bad cameras because of silly issues like this. And
Yes,
that's
and
like
that's
unfortunate.
They don't wanna hear
that's
an
exactly
explanation.
what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't wanna hear
That's
that.
why, that's
Yeah.
why I went with those two issues before we said anything else about the camera. That's literally
yeah.
the reason why I did that, because that's why most people will call Android phones trash in terms of quality. Because
I mean,
It's-
like, I was taking like an indoor shot, like I think a couple of nights ago, and like I took the shot, was previewing it, like I was shooting like literally like I was shooting furniture, right? Furniture doesn't move. I was shooting the furniture. I look at the picture, it's blurry. The picture was taken when I was like trying to preview the image.
Yeah.
Like that sort of stuff's like it's annoying as hell because like it really undermines the overall experience of using the camera because Samsung's
Thank
camera
you.
experience is so good. It's an
It's
amazing
phenomenal.
experience. It's phenomenal. Like, yeah.
I'm literally taking generally if I have like my iPhone and my Galaxy side by side, I'll generally choose the images out of the Galaxy. Like I prefer their images
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
most part.
exactly. Yeah.
But I look at the pictures that I'm taking, not necessarily just from an output perspective, because I have to look at it as a whole. Because while most people don't have kids, I have three. I have two older kids, 7, 5, and then I have a 5-month-old. I can't tell my 5-month-old sit still and let me take a picture. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's like not even just that. And I was talking about it on one of my live streams, and Juan Carlos Bagnell, he kind of chimed in his example as well, because like I was sitting in my daughter's room and she didn't know I was there. She was playing this level in Super Mario Bros. Because I'm kind of like retro game bringing them up. And she's playing this level in Super Mario Bros. She's been trying to beat this level, whatever the case may be, or whatever. And she finally beats it. She turns around, she's smiling. I snapped the shot on the Pixel. Perfection. No issues at all. Now, if I was using my Galaxy, because of the lighting situation I was in, that shot would have been blurry. I completely lose that moment. I can never get it back. It's not about hey guys, I'm gonna take a picture, sit still. It's about I can catch my kid doing a cartwheel. Exactly. I can literally catch my kid doing a cartwheel and the Pixel gets it fine.
So
You see what I'm saying?
So I saw I saw a guy on Twitter mentioning like a solution to that. I think his name's Derek. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Derek. And Derek's cool people.
What is
Derek's
that?
cool
Yeah,
people.
what is that? What is that
So,
setting that he was talking about?
A lot of the so I can give you all of them because I can be honest with you. I've been using Samsung phones just as long as I've been using iPhones, and Note 7 is probably the last time I remember Samsung not having shutter lag or like shutter lag of some sort. Because Note 7 was flawless. We just had to give them back because of the issues or whatever. But he was saying turn on. It's called tracking autofocus. Which again, tracking autofocus. It's another one of those things where it tries to help mitigate it. It does not fully resolve it. That doesn't. People are talking about use motion photos and you can pull out a frame or whatever the case. But it's like, dude, y'all are honestly just giving Samsung a pass. Is honestly what I'm hearing.
Extra steps aren't a solution. It's just circumventing the issue. It's not a solution.
Thank you. And that is that's exactly my point. It's like I'm all for trying to find like a workaround for like a temporary solution while Samsung acknowledges the issue and fixes it, but they're not going to acknowledge it if we don't tell them that something is wrong.
Yeah.
Like this is honestly the first year that I've seen the super large channels like Mr. Who's the Boss, MKBHD. This is the first year I've seen them even talk about it. And these are people with embargo units. So Samsung's definitely watching their videos. You know what I mean? So maybe we can get somewhere finally. I don't know. I just want it fixed.
Yeah, like it also kind of puts into question the legitimacy of smartphone camera tests, because like most smartphone cameras usage is all like it's spur of the moment. Like nothing is like you don't think about it, right? It's like with all these like smartphone camera tests, I would know for certain that half of the shots they're showing off would have been out of focus or blurry, because in normal situations when you take those photos, they're not going to be crystal clear because you're not pixel peeping. You just want to capture the moment, right? So shutter lag is an issue, and it is an issue that needs to be fixed, because I mean it shouldn't be an issue on a $1,200 phone, like where the cameras are like Samsung spent like 40 minutes, like 30 minutes on the cameras in the event, like all of that, everything is undermined by shutter lag, everything, just because of that initial experience.
I keep saying to people, like, it's by no means a deal breaker where I'm saying don't go out and buy this phone, because again, that's not. Some people don't have kids, some people don't have pets, some people are only taking pictures where they're saying, hey guys, let's go ahead and take a picture. Which if that's you'll never experience it. You'll be fine, right? But for the rest of us that have kids or have pets or whatever, we have to deal with it, right? So like I said, that it doesn't necessarily make me want to go back to the Pixel, right? It doesn't, right? But at the end of the day, because MPT made a video about that, which is funny. But like I said, what it does for me, it just really makes me scratch my head. It's like, how can you have a smartphone where you have this much focus on the cameras and you're not nailing something that seemingly is as simple as the shutter speed?
Yeah,
like
that's
how?
Like 70% of the population, probably.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
but hopefully Samsung will fix it. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. So just in
thoughts and prayers.
Okay, so minus those issues. How has your experience been with the camera? Do you like the profile that it puts out? How do you feel about the camera quality?
I absolutely love what Samsung did in terms of changing their processing. Photos on the S21 Ultra, I've been saying it for a while. In my experience, a lot of people will say the Samsung was better. Samsung cameras are generally better than the iPhone. I used to always reach for my iPhone well before I reached for my S21 Ultra. And that was just my experience, right? But I just didn't like their processing. Their processing was super soft. And I'm taking 90% of the photos I'm taking are of my kids, people, right? I'm not just doing buildings and stuff like that. If I travel, cool, whatever, I'll snap some. But most of them are of my kids. Skin tones were absolutely atrocious, in my opinion. Super soft. Right. My son is a darker complexion than me, and he looked my complexion all the time. My newborn looked orange. It wasn't a good camera experience for my personal situation. S22 Ultra has fixed all of that except the shutter lag. Everything else, they completely did a 180 for me. Their overall processing is more contrasty, more dark. I love that. They don't go iPhone dark where you kind of crush shadows quite a bit, right? But they're not as bright as say the Pixel, where sometimes it's you almost have no shadows. It's right in the mid. It's so good. It is very good.
Yeah, I don't like taking pictures with my iPhone anymore because of the S22 Ultra. Because the iPhone just seems boring good. And it is it blew me away honestly because I wasn't expecting to like it that much. But now when I want to take a photo, I'm reaching for the S22 Ultra. It's really good. It's changed my perspective on how good just because usually with my iPhone I'd take a picture and then I'd go into the settings and just quickly tweak it because I'm that sort of guy, right? I don't do that with my Samsung. I don't do it. I don't need to.
Yeah. Can I just say how good the portrait mode is on it too?
Edge detection is fire.
I need to show you guys something.
It is so good. Edge detection, pets, objects, people. It is on point. Every time I've used it, it's been excellent.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the reviews before I got it, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But then as soon as you actually take portrait pictures with it, you'll see exactly what they're talking about. Stray hairs, it respects the stray hairs coming out of your head. Any random it's
Adidas, nah, bro.
Yeah, not this. So Galen, if you could switch the thing, I just want to show it. Look, okay, so this is front-facing portrait.
That's a profile picture right there. That's profile
no,
picture.
It got the wire of my. It got the wire from my headphones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it got the bit inside my glasses as well.
That's fire,
as
dude.
Someone who's had clear glasses frames, that's a big deal.
That is a massive deal.
That's fire. That's a
glasses
right. That's a really good pick.
That's a big deal. Their edge detection definitely improved.
I was impressed. I was like, wow, this camera made me look attractive for once. I
So I basically went viral on Twitter the other day, just from posting a selfie from my S22.
Oh, I saw what you did.
It was a good selfie. It was an amazing.
It was a really good selfie, bro. It was
a really good selfie.
Yeah.
But back to what Adatia said. Do you guys think?
Yeah, Aditya. No. Nah, real tone is still king. Real tone is still king. Real tone is still king.
Better than iPhone, but it's still, not that good.
Yeah. Real tone is still king.
One thing with the S22
is that. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, my fault, bro. But one thing with the S22, like I said, skin tones have improved because
They
that
have.
was my biggest problem with previous S series phones. Like my skin tone, it made me look lighter. I'm like, bro, like I'm
Yep.
not even that light. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yep. We're trying to make you yellow.
Yeah.
Dude, iPhone skin tones look jaundiced, like compared to like
Yes.
the Pixel
Yes.
and the Samsung. Like you look yellow, like you look like Simpsons character. Like
Yes.
it's not funny.
They did, like I said, overall, man,
Mm.
the only negative that I can say for the phone as a whole that I've had is the shutter delay. Everything else, battery, performance, display, everything, perfect.
Well, actually, in terms of the
Perfect.
cameras, I don't like the over sharpening in video. They still they
I was just
they
about to-
I
over
haven't gotten
sharpen
to
it
take
way
a lot
too
of
much.
video. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like really over sharpened.
Like even like because even when I like because I tried to film in 1080p just because I wanted the sharpening to go away. They sharpen it more in 1080p. Like why are you
Oh
doing that?
wow! It's like you don't
Like,
need to.
Even with my terrible vision, I can see that like because the way sharpening works is they basically take like contrasting areas and then they just accentuate them, right? Even with my terrible vision, I can tell that like that just looks. It looks like what does it look like? Like early 2000s camcorders, like like how they do the sharpening stuff.
Oh
like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I can't take the image out of my head now because like they don't need these sensors are like they're inherently very sharp sensors. And like I don't think they need to be over sharpened, especially like on people's faces and stuff, because
Yeah, I was
like
about to say
it's showing
that.
everything.
I definitely noticed like the sharpness varies by lighting. Like when you're in like really good lighting, it sharpens the heck out of you. But when in darker, like it goes back to like the Samsung softish thing. Like I literally like would check my settings like multiple times to make sure.
Make
I
sure
have
you're
the skin
good.
softened
I mean, like in
to
the
off.
video, you either look pasty or sharp. There's like no in between, and that
Yeah.
annoys me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, we're just gonna wrap this up now. Appreciate you guys for joining me. We've been on here for around an hour and a half. That's how long I usually like to.
Oh yeah, my question. Don't be trying to dodge the question. Go ahead, Nassim. Go ahead, Nassim. Go ahead.
All right. So I got a question for you guys, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So there has been like a kind of a mix up with like how the S22 Ultra should be named. So what I think is
We just
all right. So
gotta
listen,
tech
this is what I think.
I know we
Let me
did.
let me know if I'm tripping, y'all. So
Okay.
I think that the S22 Ultra should be named the Note, but I also think that the S22 Plus should be named the Ultra. And I say this because the S22 Ultra, it is a Note. Basically it's
a
a
Note.
description of a Note.
Yeah.
And I feel like the S22 Plus, like I feel like Samsung would benefit from giving it a name upgrade, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like
So-
from Plus to Ultra, and it also fits a top of the line, S series phone.
I feel what
So-
you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my issue with that is that it depends on what they do with the cameras. Like I really want them to put the same cameras in all of the models of the S series, but I know they won't because it's
Yeah.
probably cheaper. That's probably why they're doing that now. And if they like make the Ultra the Note next year and the Plus the Ultra, that will be downgrading because the past 2 years they've put their best cameras just in the Ultra and then gave them the S and the Plus. The stock, the base S and the
That's true.
Plus, different cameras. So that will be my issue with that. They'd be downgrading at least one of the phones if
Yeah.
they just name the Ultra the Note. I
But
think
do you
just
think
from now
that?
on-
Oh, my fault.
yeah, I
My
just
fault,
think
bro.
from now
Shit.
on they should just put the S Pen in the Ultra and then call it a day. And
But do you-
hopefully
do you-
the cameras?
Yeah. Do you think that the Ultra, well, going from the Note to the Ultra, is a downgrade? Because did you guys consider the Note as the top of the line Galaxy phone at one point before photos?
Not for the
No,
past
I
2
would-
years.
I
Not
would
for the
say
past
it's a
2 years.
preference. I
Yeah.
would say it's a preference, like when they were like going head
Yeah.
to head, like
Yeah.
people would have to decide between one or the other. I would definitely think it's a preference thing. And wasn't the S cheaper than the Note too?
Yeah, historically.
Which,
yes.
which one?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
basically
ages
yeah,
ago,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, just like in general. So yeah, I would just say I was basically say you're paying for the S Pen.
I think it was.
that's-
I mean,
mean-
harder for them. It's hard for them to differentiate between like having
Yeah.
a Ultra and a Note because the screen
Yeah.
size was similar, and then the only real big differentiating factor was the S Pen and the square body. But
Yeah.
someone said this on Twitter a while ago, and I thought about it. It was kind of no, I think I saw it on YouTube. They said that the Note name has a lot of equity in it, and the fact that they got rid of it is kind of bad. And I kind of agree with that. I think if they could have put the Note name in it somehow, and they could still call it like the S22 Note, because people like the Note, and getting rid of that name, I think was kind of wrong. I think they should have kept that name in there somehow.
It's definitely tough, right? Because and just to play devil's advocate, right? So a lot of what I'm hearing on the opposite side of that, right, is the fact that they essentially are merging the two. What it allows them to do is classify Ultra as in, if you want the S Pen, if you want the top of the line camera, we have all of that in the Ultra, right? So I definitely am not disagreeing with you guys, because again, the Note is like I said, if you are a Samsung fan, you know what the Note is. You 100% know what the Note is, right? But again, just back to me and Galen's tech fight. While yes, people know what the Note is, the S, even the S Ultra, the Galaxy S, has historically sold better. And at the end of the day, Samsung's looking at it from a perspective of, if I put Galaxy S Ultra on this, it appeals to those S users. And then those S users get used to having that S Pen. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you're converting them into Note users. Almost. They just don't know it. Yeah, so it's kind of people sneaky. Are gonna hate, it's kind of sneaky.
Yeah, people are gonna hate me for this because like I like that they killed the Note name, honestly speaking, because the Ultra name has surpassed like the Note like name and its like whole identity for the mainstream. And like I think with what Ike was saying, like it's just I mean, like the S Pen makes the Ultra so much more Ultra. It gives more credence to the Ultra name, because like before the Ultra was just like, oh, cameras. But now it's like you get the S Pen. The S Pen isn't just for writing. You can use the S Pen for like I don't use my S Pen for writing. I use it for everything but writing, honestly.
Same.
You use wand gestures?
Yeah,
I use wand gestures.
And
I use the magnifier.
I sure do. YouTube, wow.
If I'm controlling, like, for example, I've got my phone like sitting on the counter, I put the S Pen in my pocket when I'm playing music out through an external speaker, and then I just like do the gestures, like
same.
So good.
And it's good. It's really, and it works really, really well. Like I said, I ultimately just think that I personally think Samsung made the right move, right? Because I'm just looking at it from a perspective of because like in Patar's Twitter space last night, we were talking about this as well. And what a lot of people were saying too, in his space or whatever, is that with them putting the S Pen into it, it kind of puts the Ultra almost in a whole nother bracket, right? Because
there is no other phone that competes with it. There is
exactly. Like the iPhone competitor to the Galaxy line is not the it's not the Ultra.
The 13 Pro Max compares with the S22 Plus, I think.
Exactly. And the Ultra is in its own bracket. Like it's in its own, and it's not saying that one is necessarily better than the other. It's just looking at it from a comparison. Exactly. It just offers so much more than what every other phone does, right? So it's like you kind of have to look at it from that perspective. But I always have a little soft spot in my heart for the Note name, though, because the Note is the Note, man. So I get what you guys are saying for sure.
Yeah, and I like this point that Michael Pepper made. The Plus is basically just a bigger version of the 22, so it couldn't be called.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
They would have to do some work. They would have to do some work to the S22 Plus in order to do that, in my opinion. Yeah. But they could do it. They just got to do some work.
Yeah, I really like this name though. The S Note, I think that would be fire. The S Note.
S Note 22. That would be pretty cool. Like kind of blend them together. I just don't think that they'll blend them together just because it's like, okay, they got this whole new, because in people's mind, it's like, okay, the S Note, what is that? Some whole brand new device, right? Instead of just having the Ultra, which is like people know now with the Ultra.
People know the Ultra. Ultra means the best. It's both the rules.
Because we've had three. Yeah, it's like we've had three at this point, you know? But I got to ask you, Gay, I got a question for you, dog. I got a question for you, man. So you're coming from your Pixel. You had some issues with your Pixel. Why you look like that? Like you looking scared. Like you looking like you scared, bro. No,
you was looking scared, bro.
Yo, he was. Yo, but real talk though. So
I mean,
you coming from your? Oh, nah, you're good. You're coming from your Pixel,
he's sweating
bro.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, sweating under the cap. But you're coming from the Pixel, man. I know you're probably still in the honeymoon phase or whatever. But could you see yourself ditching the Pixel for the S22 Ultra and sticking with that full time? Could you see yourself doing it?
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to? Okay, my bad. I was just. I mean that's bold. Like I haven't made up my mind personally, but that's
for the
bold.
things I use my
It's
phone
bold.
for, the S22 Ultra is a way better phone than the Pixel. Honestly,
I
Break
can
it
agree
down.
100%.
Break it down. Talk about it.
First of all, video quality,
Definitely better.
Like the first videos I took, I took like a random 8K video that took like 10 seconds and it was like 90 megabytes, by the way. But just doing
Huge
that,
file size.
just doing that, it's literally night and day between my Pixel, because I don't know what it is with the Pixel, but it's just so noisy. If it's like
even in daylight conditions, it is kind of
so
noisy.
noisy. Like I don't like seeing things move when I have a subject. That's just
I feel
something
you.
that bothers me. Portrait
Except the video quality in Snapchat on the Pixel isn't noisy, which is hilarious. I don't understand what's going on.
That makes no sense.
So, yeah, keep going.
Can I ask y'all's opinion on something? What did y'all think about that 128 gig model with the 8 gigs of RAM? I think that shouldn't exist.
That shouldn't exist.
It shouldn't.
So I tried to argue this.
That's why they gave us all that storage for free. That's literally the only. They felt bad for us. That's why they did that. They felt bad for consumers.
And why is it more expensive than the 13 Pro Max?
Yeah.
Why?
Samsung was tripping on that. It was definitely tripping.
No,
on
it's
that.
the chip shortage. You know.
Oh,
they're wild with that. But just the social.
Is there anything else?
Does look better. The social media quality does look better. The video quality is way better. The camera is literally like a preference thing.
Yeah.
If you like softer images, you'll probably want the Ultra. If you want like the super sharp, contrasty images, you'll want the Pixel. So cameras, I'd give the slight edge to the Ultra because I do use my camera a lot.
What's the
and then
versatility
features,
of it?
I got really bored. I'm not gonna lie, I got really bored with the Pixel launcher. That's another reason why I wanted to make the switch, because I actually preferred MIUI. The short time I had with MIUI, I preferred that over the Pixel software experience. It's just literally boring to me. I just got really tired of it. Lack of customization. Can't even change the icons in Pixel still. So just insane with that. So those are the major two reasons: the cameras and the amount of features that a S device has.
I was just curious, but no, that's good, valid reasons. I was just curious.
I've got one question for everyone. Has anyone here used Expert Raw on the S22 Ultra?
I haven't used it on the S22 Ultra. I did use it on the S21 Ultra though, and I came away kind of impressed.
It is levels beyond any other.
I don't understand why they don't use the Expert Raw processing for their normal camera. I don't know why.
There is that.
It should at least be
good
in the camera.
Yeah. I love the Lightroom integration as well. That's I'm all up in that. Dude, Expert Raw. I've been having so much fun with Expert Raw.
Did you use?
I've been having fun with the cameras. Honestly, it's just great.
Did you use Expert Raw on the S21?
I didn't have an S21.
Oh, you didn't have this? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah. Because I was just wondering if they improved it, because I know it has that half millisecond where you still have to hold still. Do they still have that, or is it?
It does. It's still. I can show you actually if you want.
It's a half. Yeah. If you could.
Yeah, it does it right. So for example, here's me taking.
All right, that's 5.
We made it. Okay, so that's. I mean, it's about the same. It's about the same.
It's all right, and also that's the fifth top down. Yes.
So quick question. Ramal, Ike, and actually, all you guys have had the iPhone and the Ultra.
Yeah.
What do you put ahead of the other, cinematic mode or portrait video? Because I think it's just based on my examples that I've seen, I'd give it to portrait video.
I haven't tried portrait video yet.
I haven't tried it yet either. So I've only seen Ben's gadget reviews. I saw his sample of portrait video, and it looked better than anything I ever was able to get out of the cinematic video on Apple. So I don't know yet, because again, I haven't definitively used it, but I would say as of what I saw, it looks like portrait video might be a little bit better.
Yeah,
Plus,
I've used cinematic mode
4K, right?
Yeah.
Can you go to 4K in portrait video,
no,
Galen?
you can go to 1080.
Oh, it's still 1080p. Okay. I need them to bump that and director's view up to 4K, bro. Seriously.
Director's view is so fun. Director's view is really fun. I like it.
Yes, dude. I love director's view. I just want it to be in 4K. I love it, man. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Man, T came through to show some love. I appreciate you.
Drop the 20 bomb.
UT.
Doing it big. But yeah, man. Like I said, I was curious because I know that this is like your like first like major flagship Samsung device in a minute.
Yeah,
So
for
I was
sure.
just curious, man. I
Yeah.
kind of
My first
felt like you
flagship
were
ever,
going
yeah.
to though. Yeah. I'm happy that you guys are enjoying it though, man. As somebody who's used it, I'm kind of happy you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking it a lot more than the Pixel. Just for features alone, I got really bored with my Pixel. You know, I've had like the last 2 or 3 generations of Pixel devices, so I just got really bored and wanted to try something with a skin on it with a lot of features. And One UI is super stable and smooth, and looks like
That it is.
looks like it's gonna be good like in the long run too. So
You still gonna grab the Pixel Watch, Galen? Or you gonna pass on
bro,
it?
you already
Bro, I know I'm still grabbing one. I had to ask. I had to ask,
my
man.
smartwatches,
Bro, I still gotta get you. I gotta get you in an Apple Watch, bro. You gotta at least try it.
Wait, actually, I need to ask you guys something. Everyone's flaming me for getting the black.
Why
the
are
black
people
watch.
flaming you? I love mine.
That's a great job.
I got the black.
Yeah.
You gotta go silver, bro. Wait, I don't even have it on.
I got the
black.
I prefer the black.
I look
Dude.
good.
Black is stealthy as hell. Black is so good.
Yes, like it's so stealthy, and that's what I like. Like it's just inconspicuous. It's minimalistic.
Exactly.
Like people don't even know I'm wearing a smartwatch, and I'm honestly perfectly.
Dude, I want that.
mine
Like, I
looks-
hate when like I want to go to a shop and just like pay with this, and I want the cashier to ask me like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like waiting
Literally.
for
Yeah,
that.
that's how I.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I got silver because I'm like the complete opposite. I like the flashiness.
He likes the flaws.
I mean, I have a silver Apple Watch, so like
For
I wanted like a
flavor
bit of a
something.
change. So like,
That's
sorry,
true.
sorry, Starlight. I got the silver Apple Watch. Yeah.
But yeah, before this year is out, Galen, we gonna get you in an iPhone, dog. I'm already making
Bro, we got
moves.
to.
It depends.
I'm making moves.
No, we're starting a
told him, I said-
GoFundMe.
I told him.
You got to, bro.
I told him. I said it's not even optional. Last year, I just met you, so I had to let it go. This year, I know you too well, so bro. It's gonna happen this year. We're gonna make it happen because you absolutely have to try it.
The thing is, like, I'm scared to do it.
You scared you're gonna like it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
scared you gonna
That was
like
me
it.
with like all
You
Android
scared
phones
you
like
gonna
this
like
year.
it.
I was scared I was gonna like
the
it.
integration between my iPad and
Bro.
my MacBook is incredibly like too good.
Bro, I'm
I know
telling
when I get an
you,
iPhone,
once
it'll
you
be-
get a taste, it's addictive. It is very addictive. It's very addictive. Now, I'm not saying that, just like I said with LaShawn, because I was telling LaShawn the same thing. I'm like, bro, you at least have to try it just to experience it, right? I'm not saying you're gonna completely switch or anything like that, but you have to at least try. You're gonna like it. I will say that you will like
Yeah.
it.
Actually,
You
wait,
may not
I've got a
switch,
question.
but
Like,
you will like
speaking
it.
of iPhones, I think at the beginning of the stream, Nassim, you film all your videos on an iPhone. Like, is that's true, right? All of your videos.
It's insane.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, and
I never realized that.
Yeah, you
your
can't
videos look
tell.
so good. Yeah,
They
I
really
can't
do.
tell. I couldn't
Thank
tell.
you.
I thought you were using like a ZV-1 or something, but no, it's the iPhone. That's sick.
Nah, yeah, bro. All you need is really good lighting, bro. Like the
Yeah,
iPhone,
lighting.
It does wonders, bro. It does wonders.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like my day in the lives, my actual reviews, my first impressions, everything is an iPhone.
yeah.
And that's why we have to influence Galen, bro. We have to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bro, pick it up. Hold on, where's my
I
iPhone
got
at,
I
bro?
got cameras.
Bro.
man.
I'm about to ship it to you.
All right, man. You say you got cameras, but I'm telling you, you get that, Galen, you get that iPhone. When it comes to, if you're gonna want to go out and shoot B-roll, just because you can leave your cameras behind and use your iPhone for B-roll. I promise,
Very
it's
portable.
I'm
good,
done with
bro.
B-roll on my channel, so
Do you use
Alright.
do you use Filmic Pro or something, Nassim, for your like videos on your iPhone, or do you just use the camera app?
I just use the camera app. See what I do is I just like 4K 30. You know, I put grid mode on, and you gotta turn off HDR. Like so,
I keep hearing that. You gotta turn off HDR.
Yeah.
Because
it's
if you try to
annoying,
put it in Final Cut Pro, it just does like it looks like horrible. So
I mean, you can convert it. Like, you can technically convert it by going into camera LUTs, into like in the file info. You can convert it.
And
but, like,
switching
even
it
then,
to,
it's
to SDR.
yeah, it's a hassle. Like, it's gonna look the same either way. So you might as well just do it from the phone anyway.
yeah, and plus it's easy too, because like after I'm done shooting, and plus also too what I do is because I plan out my B-roll, so
Yeah.
I'll say like boom, all right, I'm doing a POV shot. I can airdrop it to my laptop and then I read off my script,
Yep.
and then I can put it. I can connect everything, so everything's just.
This is
easier.
why
Bro,
Galen's
it's
afraid to get an
so
iPhone. This is
simple.
why.
Everything
This
is
is
just so
why.
easier.
It
This is
is,
why.
dog. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, like currently, I don't use my phone for recording.
Currently-
He's trying to find reasons to be.
Galen's sweating bullets. He's
bro.
sweating bullets.
See, but
Yeah.
like I'm Galen, like I'm only telling you this because I'm currently like it's not I'm trying to leave the Apple because I'm not trying to leave the Apple ecosystem or nothing like that. So it's like for me, I'm just trying to force myself out of that comfort zone to see what it's like across the pond, right? Because like I'm currently trying to switch all my editing to the Tab S8 Ultra. Do everything from Tab S8 Ultra. So literally shoot on my ZV-1, grab the SD card, drop it into my Tab S8 Ultra, Luma Fusion, whenever that comes out, and straight up that way. So I'm trying to do that opposite switch, right? So like I said, just from being in using I have Final Cut Pro, using Final Cut Pro, all of that stuff, bro. It is so seamless, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the Samsung ecosystem is really good. Don't get me wrong. The functionality, all that stuff is there, but they still are lacking in terms of the seamlessness and the polish that Apple has. Like it's just so seamless. Like once they get that,
seamless,
it'll be a fair comparison. But they have the functionality. They have the functionality.
So I want you to try CapCut. Try CapCut. So,
CapCut for video editing. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I got that
CapCut
because I
for
literally was gonna ask you like what because like right now I want to do it now, but I'm waiting for Luma obviously. But I'll try that.
So,
CapCut.
my favorite ones for Android are Motion Ninja. I don't know if that one has a watermark though. That one might be paid. Power Director, I know that's paid.
I hear Power Director is
I
beast.
just like started using CapCut like 2 weeks ago, and it's like super
And-
fire. So
It's super fire, dog. Okay, CapCut. Usually when you put
CapCut's
me
also
on
really good for
something-
like short form content. CapCut's
Yeah,
amazing
Really?
for like short form.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
Bet. I'm gonna try it. I got a video.
Well, the thing is,
I'm working
CapCut is
on. I'm
made
gonna
by
try it.
TikTok, so like all the video features are there, and like you don't have to pay for anything.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And the
didn't know
TikTok
that.
integration's nice as well. But like you don't have to use it for TikTok. You can use it just in general.
Yeah.
Or like it's made
for
by
everything.
the developers of TikTok. So like everything, literally everything is there. There's like, because there's no in-app purchases. It's just everything's at your fingertips. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm about to use that tonight.
I'm
Play
definitely
with
like
that.
just like based on Ike like persuading me, I'm definitely ready for a Samsung tablet like soon. Like
You get that Samsung tablet, you may not get an iPhone.
See, I don't know. I want to get one as well, but I don't know where it would fit because I also have the Surface Pro. And I don't know if
Okay.
that would like
That
jive
makes
well.
sense. That
But,
actually makes sense. So
yeah.
how's the app compatibility on that? Is it still the
So-
only Amazon apps for Windows?
Oh, you're talking about the Surface.
Yeah. The
I have to try it because like I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I think it's just a US thing for now. The Amazon App Store for Windows thing. But there is something called the Android subsystem for Windows, which I saw a Linus Tech Tips video on yesterday, where you can basically like you can side load like APK, not so you can download APKs and then run them in like this Android subsystem for Windows, and it actually works quite well apparently. I've yet to try it, but I would love to try it. Something else I'd love to try is the Your Phone app with the Samsung phone.
Oh my
Windows
god,
version.
it's so good, dude.
Is it good? I haven't
Windows-
tried it yet.
Oh, it is so good,
Yeah.
dude. Okay, so no, when it comes to the Your Phone app, it's literally like having the entire like Apple ecosystem, iPhone to Mac, like built into one place, right? So you know like how like on your iPhone, between your iPhone and your Mac, you don't get your iPhone's notifications on your Mac. In your phone, you have everything in one place: notifications, messages, phone calls, your apps, all that stuff is in one general location. Like I literally just have that open and it just stays open. It is
Like
so
the whole
good.
ecosystem thing is something I'm excited for because that's the main reason why I invested in this watch as well, because I wanted to kind of immerse myself in the ecosystem to see if it's like, because everyone keeps talking about the Apple ecosystem and how it's the only ecosystem, but it's
No.
not.
Yeah,
Other
it's
ecosystems
not.
exist. And I just
And
want to
they're
see
good.
because I try to remain as objective as possible, but in order to do that, I have to actually try these things out and see for myself. So
Big facts, big facts.
yeah, because I hate when people just like start like spreading lies is what they're doing. They're spreading lies by not by commenting on stuff they haven't used and like making judgments based on stuff they've never used.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And
Especially now,
that's
I
just
feel like it's more common now than ever. Like with the S22 release. A lot of
So
people
my
are
mic
doing
is in the
that.
shot. There we go.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for you to try because you definitely got to try a Samsung tablet because like Galen said, bro, I'm fanboying over this Tab S8 Ultra. Like I wasn't even expecting to like this as much as I do, but like it's one of those it's like one of those rare products where like most time like you'll get a product and you have to make it fit into your workflow. I've never had a product come in and fit into my workflow so easy. Like it flowed like beautifully. And it just so happens that it plugs
how are the
into
speakers
this.
on the S8 Ultra? The speakers, I've heard good things about
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
I haven't used the mic. Oh my goodness, bro, it's good. The front facing cameras, A1.
Yeah, and they both get 4K
dude.
too, right?
Yeah, both of them 4K.
That's crazy.
I might
It's
sell my iPad Pro and just try it.
good, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm trading mine in. I mean, I have an older 2018, so I wasn't really tripping about
the
it.
2018 is the one that's powering the thing back there, actually.
Yeah,
like,
so
it's being used as like
wasn't-
a fancy wallpaper machine at this point. Honestly, it's like
and for mine, like I was literally just using it for sidecar and just content consumption, and that was it. So for me, and like when I did the trade, and I ended up getting the Tab S8 Ultra for like $550. So it was like of course I'll buy that and try it, right? So I wasn't expecting to like this thing nearly as much as I do, man. It is so good.
Yeah, I haven't seen you
So
keep up
good.
with something like that.
Yeah, like I've been talking to this man at Twitter DMs, and it's just been like, yo, this thing, you got to try it. You got to try it. And I'm telling him like, you don't have to get the Ultra, but you got to try a Samsung tablet. You got to. The app, the whole app compatibility thing. Yeah, I was gonna say the
Galaxy Tab Note 10.1 2014 edition. That was my last experience with the Samsung tablet.
that's old right there. Pretty bad too. But but like the app thing, I mean, because people still talk about like the whole app compatibility thing. Like I would probably say that like that's still probably going to be a pain point for some people, but like all the apps that I personally use are 100% there. And like most of the time I'm using it in Dex mode, where when you open apps in Dex, it's literally like opening it on a Windows PC where you get a window. So you don't have to worry about aspect ratios and how this works and that works. If you open Instagram, it's going to open in like an Instagram mobile window. It's not going to be, a bunch of wasted, unoptimized space. So it's like I said, it all depends on what apps you need. Like to see if it's really going to work well for you, but it works great for me.
And the pen's included for free. Well,
yeah,
for
you
free.
get the
like
pen.
It's included with the thing.
Yeah. The only thing that wasn't included, I think that they were doing the deal for, was the keyboard cover.
But the keyboard's expensive though. It's like expensive.
It's like $350. And I'm gonna be honest, like I'm gonna be 100% honest. If you're looking at like the keyboard aspect, I would probably just get like a Bluetooth keyboard and just use touch. Because like even for the app that I use, Super Display, right, where it's doing the whole external monitor, it comes with touch input. So I can use the S Pen and touch the screen because Windows 10 obviously was built for touch. Right. Yeah. So it's like I can still have touch screen controls and all of that, man. So it's like literally it just fit in so perfectly. I love it.
That sounds
love
good.
it.
You got me
to
try one really bad.
Bro, try it. Just try it.
And
get a Tab S7 Plus. Try it.
I just want to let you know my girlfriend, like, she never like watches my streams. I haven't talked to her in like 5 hours. She just text messages me and made fun of me for showing off a watch that I don't have on my wrist right now.
Oh, like, and I said, "What's up?"
She knows how much I love watches, and I left it.
That's funny, man.
I showered.
But yeah, dog, definitely got to try it, guys. It's a good experience, man. I'm having a good time with it.
Okay,
definitely bro.
So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up. I appreciate you guys for staying with me this long. Definitely had a lot of fun. Really good group, good vibrant group. Just chilling, talking a lot of tech. I appreciate the people that are still in here as well. And we will see you guys around the same time next week. Thanks for watching.
Hey.